All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Just me and Dustin here today. Austin has, what would you say? He's taking like a little getaway to West Texas, I would say.
Yeah, he went for Mother's Day and he's been there since.
Yeah, a little getaway to get back to see his mom for Mother's Day. He just never left. He said he's going to be back this week, but he lied to us. So we're here at his house. We got in, and we got a lot of stuff to cover today. NFL schedule release, NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, and Caitlin Clark has picked up where she left off. Okay, but let's start this with the interview we have today. Coach Jason Braun, who just got, would you say it was a promotion?
Definitely.
Definitely a promotion to be the head soccer coach for the inaugural season of the Sinton Pirates. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. Give him an applause for that. He is coming to Sinton after leaving Corpus Christi, London, I believe. Private school? Is that a private school?
They're public school.
They are a public school? Okay. He had been there for 7 years, started coaching the soccer team there, and I guess Sinton wanted to start a new soccer program, so they put him at the head of it. He will be joining Coach Michael Violence Troutman over there in Sinton. He sounds like he'd be a pretty cool boss. Pretty intense. Just don't piss the guy off. Oh, I'm looking forward to talking to that guy again this year, that Coach Troutman. He's a great dude. Great dude. But we have an interview with Coach Braun. We thought we'd get him on because that's pretty impressive. Founder of the Sinton Pirates program. I'd call him the founder. Head coach, same thing. He's going to talk about the expectations this year and how we kind of fell into it and how it came about. So we'll get that to y'all here shortly. We're going to talk about first the NFL schedule release. A little bit late. Came out last week. We haven't done a show since then. But we'll mainly hit on our teams. First off, obviously, we're in Texas. We're going to hit on the Dallas Cowboys. All right, Dustin, you got a lot to say about this Dallas Cowboys schedule. It's pretty rough. Okay, it is pretty rough. If they show up with the team they had last year, not gonna be.
That won't be the case.
Listen, I understand. You're kind of biased. You know, you want your team to do good, this and that. So whenever we go through this, you're gonna give me the win or loss as we say the games they're gonna play, and we're gonna go from there.
That's fine.
See what he ends up with record, and then we'll see what the over under is as far as what we can bet if it's a good bet or if it's not a good bet. We'll see how it goes. Austin and Scott, they're going to call here in a little bit. Then we'll go over the Packers schedule. Then Scott will go over your Chargers schedule. Just a random Chargers fan in this show. Random as hell. But we're not going to shut him out. We're going to hear what he has to say, and we'll go from there. Let me look up this Cowboys schedule real quick, and we will see what they're going to do this year. Hopefully they have as much success as the Dallas Stars have had as they advanced last night in an overtime 2-1 win over the Winnipeg Jets.
That's right, baby.
They are back in the Western Conference Finals. This is their second trip in a row. They were there last year. Third trip in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. They have been knocked out all 3 times. Or all 2 times.
Yeah.
Both times. See if they can get over the hump this year. That Winnipeg Jets team, a lot of guys picked them to win it this year. They had a tough team. A little bit of a backstory going into the game last night as far as with the guy who caused the game-ending penalty. Kind of sad. But, hey, it worked out for us. We support the Dallas Stars. Dustin, big Dallas Stars.
Yeah.
The company I work for sponsors them, so you're a Dallas Stars fan. Technically, you work for me. So that's just the way it is right now. All right, so Dallas Cowboys schedule. I'm not finding like a good format. Okay, here it is. All right, schedule this year. Oh, of course, it's gonna give me like the damn event schedule for the Cowboys. Now here it is. I got it.
Okay.
This is it. Accept the cookies. Always accept the cookies, kids. All right, so week 1. No, this is preseason. Preseason, they are going to LA. They're gonna play at home against Baltimore and then against Atlanta. That doesn't matter. 0-3, 3-0. You know they're going to lose the Ravens. The Ravens never lose preseason games. But they start off the year with a bang with the Super Bowl champions on Thursday night football, opening day football, September 4th at the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, this is good. I like this. I like that they're getting this game out of the way right in the beginning. You could win this game. They could win this game. The Eagles coming off that Super Bowl hangover. If you think about it, it really wasn't that long ago. It was February, end of February? Okay, so we're 7 months in, the celebrating, the drinking, the partying, the women. You know how it goes. They made Saquon the best looking guy in the NFL, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Philadelphia week 1. What do you think here? Win or loss?
I'll say we pull a shocker off and we win, actually. A little surprise.
You won't be dealing with bad weather. It'll still be great weather in Philadelphia in September.
I think I agree with you on like the Super Bowl hangover. Like I think they're gonna be excited about the season, but like
still getting in the groove of things.
Yeah.
You're coming right out of training camp. So
yeah.
it's kind of that thing. I'm not saying they're gonna win. It's a very possible win. It's a very winnable game is what I'll say. Any Cowboys fan though, y'all are gonna say they can win that game. If this game was in week 5, week 6, I'd say no chance. Depending on how Philadelphia looked the first couple of weeks. But this is a winnable game. I like that. Okay, so 1-0 here. New York Giants week 2.
2-0.
2-0. All right, Chicago Bears on the road in Chicago. Still great weather. September 21st, going to be sunny, probably 70s. It is at 3:25 p.m., so probably, game of the week on Fox?
Possibly, depending on how the Bears start off, but it probably will be. I mean, the Fox America's Game of the Week deal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have us 3-0.
Okay, side note here. Do you think the Bears, just real quick, do you think the Bears take the step this year? Because I do. I seriously do think that.
I want to say yes, but it just seems like there's something there that they just can't for some reason. I don't know if it's something in the water there or like what it is. Like, I don't know. Maybe Ben Johnson can get them.
That's what I was gonna say. I think Caleb Williams he's got that first season under his belt. Rome Odunze, he had on and off year last year. But the only thing this may sound crazy, but had their previous coach stayed, I think they would have taken a step. This year could be that year that they try to get used to the head coach. And maybe next year that step's taken. All in all, I hope they don't take the step at all there in the Packers conference. But anyway, we'll talk other teams after we do this. Week 4 Packers, that's a loss.
It's a win.
You think on Sunday Night Football, it is in Dallas. Now, the Packers do sort of trip themselves up in the beginning of the season. Every year, they start off bad. They end up, rattling off 5 or 6 wins toward the end of the season. This is a very winnable game for the Cowboys, I would say. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys won. We're going to put a little bet on that. We'll figure that out. We may even go to that game.
My worry is about that game for the Cowboys is y'all have a tough little early game stretch, and if y'all start off slow, then
it's a must win.
Yeah, that's what I mean for the Packers, must win. And I think you'll have a bye before us too.
Yes, we have a bye. I think week 5 or 6. Or week 7. It's somewhere in there. It's closer to the beginning of the season.
Oh no, the bye is the following week, I think, after the Cowboys.
So week 5.
Yeah, so I'm just worried. All right, they're gonna go. If the Packers start slow, then
1 and 2,
we got to win this game going into the bye. Let's get some positive momentum rolling.
Yeah,
that's the thing I'm worried about the most, to be honest.
Yeah, the Packers schedule isn't an easy one either. So, and keep in mind both these teams finished 3rd in the division, and they both got pretty tough schedules here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Agree to disagree, I guess. Like I said, though, it is a winnable game because of the history of the Packers with Jordan Love and even with Aaron Rodgers. We always started out slow. So then you go week 5. You're at the New York Jets. Justin Fields gonna look like he's gonna be the starter there. I had a lot of hopes for Jordan Travis, but he just retired out of nowhere. That's another thing we didn't touch on. Jordan Travis, Florida State stud, broke his leg. Florida State doesn't make the playoff because of that. A lot of controversy. Kid gets drafted in the 5th round. Because he broke that leg, you're looking at maybe first pick of the draft had he stayed healthy. And he stepped away from the game. I guess he couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
He kept suffering setbacks. Yeah. Well, poor guy. Wish him the best. So New York Jets, at New York Jets.
We're going to drop one of these two, the Jets or the Panthers. I'm going to say we'll win the Jets. We'll win the Jets game. I have a feeling there's going to be a bad slip-up in this little stretch here.
The Panthers gave the Cowboys a good game last year.
Yeah.
Remember? But that was with Cooper Rush also. Okay. New coach there, Aaron Glenn there with the New York Jets. I don't think the Jets do anything special this year. I don't. Just like Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, obviously a better coach. They both come from Detroit. I think, though, if I had to bet on one of them, I would say Ben Johnson does better than Aaron Glenn does. The Jets didn't need much help on defense. They had a pretty decent defense last year. He is a defensive guy. So depending on what coordinator they brought in as far as offensive coordinator. I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up later. Well, like I said, we'll talk about that later. Carolina Panthers at Carolina.
I'm gonna say this is our first slip up. Like
It's a first.
it's a bad loss.
Bryce Young takes the step, or is it just a bad game?
Just a bad game. I think we're just gonna be unfocused at some point. And I think it could be right there.
Okay. Now, what is that? What do you have him at? 4-2 right there.
No, that's
5-1.
5-1.
5-1 to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
The losses are coming. Get ready.
Ooh. All right. This is a tough stretch, right? Or a tough game. Maybe the next two, yeah. You got the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, we're not gonna win that game.
All right, it's in Dallas.
We're not gonna win that game. I don't think we will.
You have no chance.
I think the Commanders are gonna be really good this year, dude. I really do. Like I'm pretty high on the Commanders.
Man.
Dude,
It's still early. That's still early. They picked up Deebo Samuel. Who'd they pick up on defense? They got a good guy.
Oh yeah. They got who'd they get on defense?
That linebacker.
Yes. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I know they did good in free agency because they had a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of money to pick up guys. They picked up Deebo Samuel. I think they picked up. They had added some offensive line help too, I believe.
They did.
Yeah.
Is
So
that them that they traded for Laramie Tunzel, right? Or no?
yes, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. 5-2. Denver Broncos.
Another loss.
Another loss at Denver. That's a tough game to win there.
Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna be pretty good too.
Yeah. No, that whole conference is pretty good. So 5-3. And then you got I don't know what people are expecting from the Cardinals this year, but week 9 you're at home against the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Okay.
We'll beat the Cardinals.
With the healthy Kyler Murray, I think the Cardinals are decent. I don't think they're great. I think this guy is about figured out by everybody in the NFL this year. So I don't think the Cardinals are going to have a very good year. I think they're going to finish about 7-10 or 6-11, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas Raiders on a Monday night football game. Keep in mind the Cowboys have 6 primetime games.
7
primetime games. Okay.
Wild.
7 primetime. They're tied with who else? The Chiefs.
Yeah.
With the most primetime games. I think there's a lot of them tied at 4, a lot of them tied at 5. So at the Raiders in Vegas on Monday Night Football.
We'll win that one.
Win that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who is Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll's coming
The
in.
new coach.
Yes, Geno Smith is your starter there. Yeah, that's going to be tough for the Raiders. Philadelphia Eagles, Ashton Genty, they just picked him up. Philadelphia Eagles in Dallas, Week 12.
We are going to get smoked.
That is Fox's game of the week. I'm assuming 3:25.
That's about the time we lay an egg. Usually, we'll probably get demolished in that game.
Okay, that is at home.
Don't care.
Not a primetime game, so yeah, probably.
We'll probably get
right.
smoked in that game.
Damn, look at these 3 games back to back. Then you have Kansas City Chiefs at home.
Mm-hmm. We're not winning that one either.
No, I don't think so either. The Chiefs start off slow sometimes too, but they end on a pretty good note.
That's still on Thanksgiving too. Like if we play anybody with a pulse on Thanksgiving, we normally lose.
Okay, well, that's going to be a good Thanksgiving game though.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions at Detroit Lions Thursday Night Football Week 14.
Now we'll turn it around. We'll go and win against Detroit. I could see Detroit sleeping on us a little bit after dropping a few there. Like okay,
And remember his last game against Detroit, the Cowboys got robbed. Technically, is what they're saying. Wasn't it the whole 2-point conversion? Something about a penalty called or something?
Oh, that was yeah. Well, the last time they played us, they hung 50 on us, but.
That was the year before.
Year before, yeah.
Okay.
That was that whole controversy the year before.
Yeah.
But yeah. They hung what? I think 50.
Oh yeah, it was like 56 to 20 or something like that.
Shoot, it's less. Yeah, 56 to freaking 7 or 14.
Yeah.
I mean, they smoked us.
All right, Week 15, Minnesota Vikings.
We'll beat the Vikings.
Beat the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell, quarterback whisperer. Not happening? Nope, not happening.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from the Vikings, to be honest.
I don't either.
It's such a.
You have to assume that J.J. McCarthy still is a rookie. So, I mean, I know he didn't. I know he got drafted the year before, but he didn't. I don't know how many reps he took last year. I know that he started moving on that leg toward the end of the year last year with that surgery he had to have on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no quarterback competition going into camp there. He's the guy.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Sam Darnold is in Seattle now. So, Los Angeles Chargers, that is in Dallas. I know Scott wants to go to that game.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
Yeah, Scott wants to go to that game. That is a 12 o'clock noon game. Chargers used to playing 3 o'clock early game. I can see the Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah, I think we will win this game. I
Yeah.
don't know if the Chargers are going to take a step forward or not. How good was their offseason? Like,
I don't. They lost more than they gained.
that's what I feel like, right?
They did get Amari and Hampton, which I don't know why. They had other. They needed a pass rusher.
I mean, they kept Khalil Mack, but then they lost Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa. They lost Joey Bosa. I mean, I don't know, man. On the chart, I don't know if they're gonna take like the next step forward this season.
They did draft another safety, I believe. That was ranked pretty high. They didn't. J.K. Dobbins did well last year. They did let him go. They still have Gus Edwards. As far as Amari and Hampton go, he wasn't the best running back in the draft. Maybe top 5. But that surprised a lot of people there at that pick. But we'll see. I think the Cowboys win that game too. And your Week 17 game against the Commanders. That's in Washington. I think the Commanders are probably a 12-win team at this time.
Yeah, I don't think we're winning that one either.
Mm-hmm. And that could be for like that wraps up the division for either the Commanders or the Eagles there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Cowboys are kind of close to the top, but I bet you the Eagles and the Commanders are fighting for division championship all year. So the Commanders are going to need to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then New York Giants is all to be determined. So is Week 17. I think Week 17 is already set.
It's set. It's just like won the time.
It can be flexed.
Yeah.
New York Giants. Normally that game would be your last Monday Night Football game in the past because when they were good in Eli Manning days. So, probably being moved to a regular game because, I mean, the Giants. Nobody's expecting much for the Giants.
Well,
this year.
the thing is, they're gonna have a great pass rush, and so like the game, we'll beat them like probably like 14-12 or something like that. Like because they're gonna have no offense. Like it's still gonna be the case for them, I think.
Jackson Dart, Rookie of the Year.
I don't think he's gonna start. I don't think he'll be the starter.
I don't know.
Maybe towards the second half of the season, maybe.
Okay, so you have them going 4-0, then 5-0, 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 6-3, a bye week, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5. You think they're gonna win against Detroit?
8-5.
8-5. That's in Detroit also.
Yeah.
9-5, 10-5, 10-6,
11-6.
11-6. That is those are high expectations.
It is
for Dallas there.
I think Dak returns to 2023 form. I do, as far as his regular season. Now, the playoffs, it's all out the window. Who knows what Dak is going to show up? He has had some good playoff games in his career, and then like the team just played bad. The last one obviously is stuck in everybody's memory, like against the Packers. He played awful.
The defense played awful.
The defense also played awful. But you can't throw. What did he throw? 2 interceptions against the Packers that game in the first half.
2 picks, 1 pick six. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Savage.
Like you can't do that and expect to win.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the threshold is as far as taking Dak out and putting Joe Milton and giving him a chance. I don't know how long of a leash Dak Prescott has on him is what I'm saying.
Oh, I think he has a huge. I mean, I don't think there's even a thought of that.
Well, I think it's longer because Jerry Jones likes him so much.
Yeah, he's like a good guy, team leader. Like he does all the things right. Like he does all those things right. He's just one of those deals of he had a bad performance against the Packers, and then I honestly don't remember the previous. It's been a while. I guess the previous one before the Packers. He's won some playoff games. It's just like 2 or whatever, but they were wild card rounds. They weren't divisionals. But
Vegas has the Cowboys over under and wins 8.5. 8.5 wins. You're saying they're gonna get 3.5 of those. No, 12 wins, 11. Okay, 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 over that. Okay. It says over under win total will be 8.5, and Mike Clay Schottenheimer's team down to 7.3 wins. So a gambling expert expert they call themselves, which I call myself an expert too. With the Giants signing Russell Wilson, don't be surprised if the Cowboys are pushing for the bottom spot in the NFC East.
That's what Colin
What
Cowherd
do you think
said.
about that?
Colin Cowherd said he thinks they're going to finish dead last also. But Colin Cowherd has never been a Cowboys guy. Like he's never
He's a
liked
Seattle Seahawk guy.
he's West Coast. He like loves the Rams. He loves anything West Coast for the most part. Not necessarily the Niners as much, but he loves like the Rams and all those. He said, "Oh, the Cowboys on Christmas. It's like the Lakers on Christmas. Who cares? Nobody wants to watch that."
I know he has like a big heart on for Steve Largent, an old receiver for the Seahawks. I know he loved it. He was just a white receiver that was decent. He wasn't even that good. He still. I'm pretty sure he brought up Brian Bosworth one time on a show. Like, man, irrelevant guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's a team you never think about as the Seahawks. You know what I mean? Like, they were good back with Legion of Doom 2012, 13, around that area. But other than that, like, since then, you don't really think about the Seahawks. I think that's where careers kind of go and just kind of fade off. Like, Cooper Kupp, is he going to fade off? Sam Darnold, is he going to kind of fade off?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think that division's going to be pretty bad outside the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be really good, and I think past that, I mean, I think the Niners, the freaking who else? The
Cardinals.
Cardinals and the Seahawks are all going to suck.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any of those teams are going to be good.
I got a theory about the Rams that this is Stafford's last hoorah. Like, after this year, he's done.
I could see it.
I think they're putting all the chips on the table, going after Devontae Adams, I think. And even McVay. McVay's got other offers from ESPN, all that shit. Because, obviously, pretty face. They want him on TV, so. But football coach first is what he is. But I do have thoughts that the Rams are going to go all in. Like, if they're in the playoff mix come trade deadline, they're going to make moves. I think.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to make moves. A lot of times you see teams try to, but nothing ever happens. But
from what I've heard, all the little chatters, like they think that they were right there with Philadelphia, like they were right there, and so like we just need to take another step.
yeah. The right move of getting rid of Cooper Kupp, I would have thought if you could have re-signed him or maybe restructured his contract, keep him, and still sign Devontae Adams, that would have been killer. Nakua, Kupp, and Devontae Adams, but I mean he's taken step backs the last 2 or 3 years, and Nakua's kind of pretty much showed that he's got the better hand of the two. I don't think he'll take a step back, Nakua will, even though Devontae Adams is there now. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what the Rams do. Hey, okay. Now, we'll do the Packers one after the interview with Coach Braun. But let's hit on the playoffs like we said. It'll be the Stars playing the Oilers. Correct?
Yep.
Western Conference Final.
Mm-hmm.
And the Maple Leaves will play Maple Leaves or the Panthers will play the Carolina Hurricanes. I do have the Maple Leaves in that one. I put a lot on the Maple Leafs to finish that game. So that's what's going on in the hockey playoffs. Been a great hockey playoffs.
Oh, it's been outstanding.
It has been awesome. And every year it never ceases to amaze. Like it's awesome. The way that game ended last night, we thought we were going to see a penalty shot. Like Adam said, this happens once every fucking 20 years. This is gonna happen, but it was close. The guy was behind the blue line when he started the penalty. Now the story of that goes what was the guy's name?
The one who's committed the penalty.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he was before the game. Look his name up real quick.
Yeah.
This guy Dustin's gonna look his name up real quick. His father had died the day of the game. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, his dad had died the day of the game. A lot of momentum. I think even in sports books we're going to the Jets because he's one of their better players. Maybe they thought he was going to show up, shine, do it for dad, have one of those, heartfelt moments. Heartfelt moments after the game, raise a stick up, do the little kiss to the sky and all that stuff. Turns out it was the exact opposite. The game was tied 1-1. Right at the end of the game, we have a badass steal. Dallas, I think a center steals the puck, and that guy. What can you do at that point? You kind of got to commit that penalty. But just the fact that it was him of all people, the guy that I think everybody probably put a lot of money on to score a goal in the game.
He did.
He did score one?
Yeah, he was the only goal.
That cash for you anyway. So there was only a few seconds after that happened. power play carried over into overtime. Dallas ends it on the power play toward the end of it.
Mark Scheifele.
Yeah, Mark Scheifele. What a game though. What a series. What a game by Dallas. Sadly, I did put money on Dallas. I would have loved to see the story about the guy scoring the game-winning goal for Dad. All that stuff. But yeah, it didn't work out too well for him. So Dallas is moving on. They will play Edmonton. I think they can beat Edmonton, but they got to score goals if they're going to beat Edmonton.
Game 1 is Wednesday night in Dallas, and they do have home ice advantage.
Yeah. We'll hit on the other Eastern Conference series when we find out who wins here. Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA are set. We got the Pacers and Knicks. Throwback to Spike Lee versus Reggie Miller type days. Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Rick Smits, Reggie Miller. Just a bunch of classic old players there. Great jerseys too. Great jersey game. Great jersey game with the Knicks Pacers. I kind of hope the Pacers do kind of a throwback of the Pacers in Madison Square Garden just to kind of get that feeling back and do again what Reggie did back in the day. What did he score, like 13 points in like 9 seconds, or it was something like that? They made a whole documentary about it, a whole 30 for 30.
Did they ever beat them? No.
Who?
The Pacers. They never did beat them.
Did.
Did it? Get to the finals?
Yeah, that's the year they played the Lakers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. Fucking, it was like one of his last hurrahs.
Right. That team was fun to watch, man.
Yeah, they had a great team. That was
Schmidt, whatever was on there.
Yeah, Rick Smits. They had Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson.
That's right.
They had the other
Davis,
Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine
O'Neal was on that team. Yeah. All the other ones. Was Chris Mullin on that team, or was that earlier? I think that had to be earlier.
No, I think he was on that team.
He was. That must have been toward the end of his career because Mullin played on the Warriors at the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was that's when I was younger. That's when those basketball players were like our heroes growing up, and the game's not like that anymore. So totally different. But it'd be good for New York. It's great for New York. Small town team like the Pacers. I hope the Pacers win. I like those small market teams: Spurs, Pacers, Bucks, teams like that nobody really expects much from. Don't have the money the Knicks have, or the Lakers, or everybody else there. But that's pretty much the Western Conference is pretty much set too. The Nuggets are getting blown out right now by 30.
Yep.
Sad news for Austin's future. He had a great future. He had Luke Littler winning the darts. He had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. No, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. He had Edmonton winning the Stanley Cup, which they're still in it. They can still win. And the Nuggets was the league we were kind of worried about, and I think they're out pretty much. In the fourth quarter, they're down by 30 right now. So
they're out. It's done.
Yeah. Sorry, Austin. Sorry. Maybe that's why he's not calling. But Nuggets will go out. It'll be Timberwolves versus Thunder. That's going to be a fun series, but I think the Thunder take it. I thought the winner between the Thunder and the Timberwolves was going to win the championship. It's going to be hard for the Pacers or Knicks to beat the Thunder. But out of the Eastern, I think the Pacers get it done. And they play the Thunder in the finals. Probably going to be a low-rated finals. Very low-rated finals.
To me, it's more entertaining because the Thunder are entertaining.
Yeah.
The Pacers aren't quite, but they have a good overall team. Both the Pacers and the Thunder.
Basically, what I'm saying is nobody really expected.
Oh yeah.
A Thunder Pacers.
Well, correct.
They expected like maybe a Warriors and Celtics or Lakers and Celtics. Although the Thunder were the number 1 seed last year and this year. Youngest team to ever be a number 1 seed last year. The second youngest team to be a number 1 this year.
Yeah.
They all were just turned a year older. But they're playing great, man. That Thunder team's stacked, and when it comes time to end those contracts, that's going to be tough because Chet Holmgren's got to get paid, Shea's got to get paid, Jaden Williams got to get paid.
They're fast too, man. They're just fun to watch,
and they got a good bench too. So it's gonna. I think the Thunder take care of business on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are missing like a really good spot up shooter, but
I wasn't overly impressed.
I'd say the Timberwolves would have lost the series had Curry not got hurt. So.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Other NBA too. The Dallas Mavericks have the number 1 pick of the draft. Right. Hell yeah. That's so Dallas Mavericks though. Like you trade away Luka, Kyrie Irving tears his AC. It just all downhill for the Mavericks. All downhill all year. What was the other trade that they did that was terrible?
The Jalen Brunson one?
Yes, the Jalen Brunson one. Look at that. Jalen Brunson is could possibly take his team to the finals. So that's happened all in the past 3 years. They had a 10% chance. They made the playoffs this year. They had a 10% chance, I think 10.3% chance to get a number 1 pick. And there you go. Now, a lot of people are saying, will the Mavericks trade this pick? Some people are saying they should trade the pick because Cooper Flag may take a couple years to develop. And remember, Nico Harrison said we're in championship now mode.
Traded to who? For Giannis?
Maybe. That's what. Who was it? Was it Perk that said that? You trade that pick. No, it was Jay Williams. Okay, but he's a Duke guy. He doesn't want Cooper Flag to go
To the Mavericks.
to the Mavericks. That makes sense now. All right, so trade him, get Giannis. I mean, they're in win now mode, is what they claim. Trade away Brunson, trade away Luka. You got Anthony Davis, you got Kyrie Irving coming back off injury. Who's the other guy? Who's another good player for the Mavs right now?
Nobody?
Klay Thompson?
No.
Yeah, I think Larry Nance plays for Larry Nance. Yeah, no, but we'll hit on that in a little bit. Last thing I want to hit before the interview, Caitlin Clark, baby. Caitlin Clark. Triple-double opening day. Oh, she fucking nailed Angel Reese's ass. They gave her a flagrant foul for that, though.
Yeah.
I saw how Angel Reese got up all fucking like wanting to fight her and stuff. Just doing it for the views. She wasn't going to do nothing. Caitlin Clark kind of ran away, which if I'm Caitlin Clark, I foul a girl like Angel Reese, twice my size, I would run away way more scared than what she did. Now, would anything have happened? Probably not. Angel Reese probably would have just gotten her face, said what she needed to say, and that was it. She was going for the ball, dude.
Yeah.
She was going for the ball. She went for the ball. Maybe a little too hard, though. Okay? Maybe that's why. Maybe it warranted the whole flagrant foul. Either way. But they end up destroying them by, I think, 40 points.
It was a lot.
40-something points
them.
in Chicago on the road. 20, 10, and 10 is what Caitlin Clark finished with. MVP this year?
I think so.
I think so, too. Okay. We need to stop there. We're going to get to the interview with Coach Braun, and we'll be right back on the other side. All right, welcome back. We are here with a new guest. First assistant coach we've ever had on the show, by the way. Okay?
Right.
But things change as he's now not only an assistant coach, but he's now the head coach and founder. Can we call you founder of the soccer program in Sinton? I mean, is that a good title for you?
I guess so. Yeah.
Well,
First one ever.
You now joined the intense Michael Violence Troutman, is what we call him, on his squad there in Sinton. Welcome, former George West Longhorn. We had to throw that in there. Former George West Longhorn coach Jason Braun.
Way back in the day.
Yeah. Well, hey, we started your coaching career, man. So you started out. I don't know if you can reach that peak again. Starting there in George West, wearing that blue.
So those were good times, man. Those were good times back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then like half the crew's back.
Yeah.
Coach Blunt, Coach Taylor, Coach Dunham.
Yeah. Hey, they got room for you, man. I'm telling you.
Man,
Make a call, Dustin, make a call. We can figure this out. But we'll
bring
talk
Cooper
about that
with
later.
me. Cooper's my neighbor. We'll have the whole crew.
Okay. We understand you are bringing the soccer team or forming the soccer team there in Sinton. They've never had one, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One thing I was asking myself, like, before this, why isn't soccer like in more schools around South Texas? Being that we're closer to Mexico. Mexico is really popular. I know it's real popular in the Valley. I don't know if it's maybe just lack of smaller schools, but the teams in Corpus, Carroll, and all them, they all have soccer teams. But I would think the importance of soccer, conditioning-wise, agility, awareness, I think it would help you in all fields as far as any other sport that's kind of popular here in South Texas. So if you could hit on that, like why don't you think it's more popular, and why isn't there more soccer teams around the area?
I think some of that has to do with the time of year it happens. There's a lot of overlap with baseball. And if a basketball team's good, that's going to go into the start of soccer. And then baseball also is carrying through to the end of the year. So you have kids who t-ball their whole life and soccer a little bit, but mostly focus on baseball because South Texas, big baseball area, you know that.
Yeah.
And those kids predominantly just go on off to baseball as they get older, or basketball. And soccer, man, it's rainy, it's cold, it's wet. And kids don't like those elements, man. That AC in the gym's nice. And even though in baseball you're outside, you got that dugout to go into after 3 outs. You get some coverage. And us, we just out there. A lot of people don't like that. And it might also be the startup cost. I'm not sure how much that entails for a smaller school. I'm talking like if Odom was to start soccer, I don't know how much that would run them. I know there's not a lot of 3A soccer in the state of Texas, because at London, where I am now, we're 3A, but we have to play 4A because there's not enough teams for the UIL to make a 3A conference proper.
That was kind of my next question, being that y'all are at Sinton, y'all are 4A, correct? Sinton is 4A?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to kind of be the same thing? Are y'all going to have to play more bigger squads? Because I wouldn't think 4A soccer is very popular either around the area. Or no?
What I understand we're going to do is in my current London district, we play 4A soccer. So it's like Calallen, used to be Alice, they went 5A, Toloso, Beeville, Rockport. And so there are 9 of us total, with London and SGA being 3A. And so now Sinton is coming in also to that same district. So there's be 10 of us. And I think Sinton's just going to slot in as the bye week, what used to be the bye week.
Yeah.
And so in this area where we are, there's a lot of 4A soccer and a couple 3As. Yeah. And we're just going to drop right in the mix.
Maybe I was thinking those schools were bigger than 4A, but I think they've always been 4A. Okay, so y'all can kind of enter that and kind of like this whole Cinderella story kind of thing. Maybe knock off those schools that have been playing soccer for a while. So good, something to look forward to there. Why soccer, Coach? Why soccer? You started coaching in 2007, correct? Obviously in Texas, football is a real popular thing in Texas. Was it something you've always loved? Is it something you played back in the day, or is it something you got into?
Well, I played soccer growing up. I played in high school. I was on varsity my freshman year at TM. Now that's not a big brag because we weren't very good. But I was on varsity freshman year, sophomore year, and then I actually switched to running. I don't know if y'all remember, I used to do track at George West, and I ran a couple state championships, signed with UTSA out of high school, transferred to Colorado where I met my wife running over there. And so running's always been my thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to fast forward now to my London times. I was the head boys track coach, and Coach Moreno, who is just this year stepped away. He had a soccer coach who mid-season, like Christmas break time, he said, "Hey, I got to stop for whatever personal reasons. I don't know." He stepped away. And at the time, the guy that is now the Taft AD, Coach Rojas, I don't know if you've had him on the show. No. He was assistant soccer. He became the head coach. And so as a favor to Coach Moreno, said, "Hey, man, I know some soccer. I'll go work with Coach Rojas. I'll be assistant, and we can get through the year." And originally I was just supposed to do JV, and that was going to be it. And we went on a run that year. We went to the regional tournament, went 4 rounds deep. And we were the first boys team in the Coastal Bend since 2005 to do that. And at the end of that season, we had a great run. We lost to Bernie 2-1, and they went on to win state. And at the end of the season, I told my wife, I think I kind of like doing soccer instead of track. And so I just switched over to soccer, and I was with Rojas for 2 more years. And then he got the Taft job, and I just slid on up, and I've been the head coach at London for the last 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Kind of fell into it, I guess,
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, you played it before. You just coach strictly boys, or you girls and boys, or you kind of help both?
Just the boys.
Just the boys. Okay. All right. No, I never got to play under you. I think you had got to George West as soon as I graduated, and you coached Scott and Dustin. I did party with you one time though, but conversation for another day. We'll bring that up some other time. Don't worry about that.
Way back in the day.
What's your expectations this year, being it's their first year? Going into the season with Sinton there. Are you having a lot of players come out for it? A lot of interest shown by some of these kids, or is it something you got to work on towards, getting these guys to buy into it?
From what I've been told, there's a lot of interest. Should have numbers in the 20s to low 30s coming out, but I haven't seen any of these kids play soccer, so I can't speak to hey, I've got a loaded group, or hey, we're going to be down. I have no idea. Got an eager group, I'm sure, first year, and I know Sinton has a youth, their own youth setup, mm-hmm. The 14 and under, and the 12 and under, and the 8 and under. So I know there'll be kids coming through down the pipeline later who have grown up playing soccer. This first wave, I'm not sure of their soccer experience. I know one of their kids plays with 2 of my London kids on a club team. And so I know I'll have kids with some kind of experience, but I don't expect I'll be walking out there to what I have at London right now.
Yeah.
Looking for hey, let's get our first win, baby steps, and let's put a good product out there. Sinton kids are always tough. Sinton kids are always athletic. Oh, yeah. And I just got to work on molding them into, the way that I've been playing the last few years at London.
Yes, sir. No, I was going to say it too. The kids from Sinton there, they are very athletic. We got to watch a lot of their football games this year, and they don't work out. You having trouble with the kids, you just send them to Troutman's office. I'm sure he'll line them out. That guy.
Yes, sir. The excited
So
individual.
is it kind of a like you think? I guess you can't answer this, but I was going to say it could either be you go in there and have to start teaching fundamentals right off, rather than kind of jumping into like a whole system. I guess, but it's a challenge, right? I mean, I'm sure you love challenges, so I mean, I'm sure you're excited about it.
Yeah, very excited. They got great facilities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing. And man, I'm not trying to knock my current school, but like on bad weather days, we don't have indoor facilities. And over there, when I talked to Coach Troutman, he said, "Hey, I wish you'd come see our stuff." And I was like, "Coach, I've been to Sinton. I didn't know they had all this stuff." And so I went down there, and they've got that 70-yard indoor field, the new field house. Their film room is like movie style seating, and the high school's 1 year old. Like they're ready to rock and roll. So once we get going, we can take advantage of all that stuff and help give us an edge, I feel, because a lot of the teams in the district don't have those means in a bad weather situation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
should be good times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything?
Yeah, so Coach, was that pretty much what pushed you? Was the AD leaving and the combination of being able to start a new program that's 4A, and along with upgrading facilities and all that stuff? Was that kind of the biggest reason why you decided to leave London and take the Sinton job?
Yeah, we been at London for 7 years and under Coach Moreno. And if he had stayed, that's who I was loyal to, He brought me in, and there's a few of us, we're not going to name drop on here. We can talk off camera, but there's a few of us who are leaving. Now that Moreno's gone, we've had this change, and that's not a knock on Coach Smith. He's been great to me and everyone else. He's not coming in and being like, "Hey, you got it." He's been real good. And I just said, "Hey, Coach, I'm, going to start looking around." And Coach Troutman got put in touch with me. We talked, and it seemed like a real good fit. We're excited and grateful for the last 7 years, of course, at London, but looking at a new challenge.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So you kind of been around a few spots. It was George West, and then you go to TM after that?
No, sir. I went to a school called Van Vleck. It's over by Bay City.
Yeah.
Me, Villalone, and Cooper.
Okay.
I went over there for 2 years. Actually, I was the only one who lasted 2 years. They went elsewhere after year one.
Okay.
Then after that, I went to TM, and I was at TM for about 5 years. I was OC for 4 of them.
Okay.
And then Wade Miller came in. He's at Uvalde now. And so when he came, I left. I went to Aransas Pass for 1 year, the Hurricane Harvey year. Ooh,
wow.
That was a rough year over there.
Was Villalone there in AP that year?
No, I was with the guy that had replaced Villalone, a guy named Nossman.
Okay.
He's the head coach at
Yorktown. Yeah, he's at Yorktown now.
So I worked with him for that 1 year. We made the playoffs. And then I went to London and been there the last 7.
Okay. Out of all those stops, who's the best AD you've worked for?
Hey, what the? Come on, man.
Come on,
Let's
dude.
go. Come on.
He got out of coaching. He thinks he can put other coaches on the spot. That's his thing now.
All the coaches have.
Go Gary Davenport.
Everyone's different. Like Coach Davenport, he used to scare the piss out of me. I was gonna, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I learned a ton. And, if you remember, he karate chopped. I don't know if y'all remember. We make fun of Dunham for this all the time. He got mad at Coach Dunham, karate chopped his play cards at one time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What about that?
So
Nobody told
that's
me that.
just ingrained in our brain. But every AD I've worked for has taught me a whole, wide variety of things on how they handle kids, how they handle pressure situations, what they do with like how they handle parents. So I can't, like, hey, this guy was caca and this guy was great, because they've all brought something of value. And, there's also some like, hey, I don't like that he did that, but I'm just, Jimmy assistant. So yes, sir, whatever you say. But Davenport, of course, legend. Coach Moreno, legend at London. So I get my schools mixed up. The only coach I ever had. We've been in the playoffs like, I think, 11, 12 years in a row. Everything's good over there. So he's got to get a nod for all that, right?
Yeah.
I owe Coach Boone, who was my TMAD. He gave me my first OC job. And I had that for 4 or 5 years. Learned a lot about the X's and O's side and game planning side from him. My time at Van Vleck, my AD the first year there he was gone after that first year. Nice guy. The second AD, I still keep in touch with him. I coached defense for that guy, switch sides of the ball. So everyone's brought something to the table, but I guess Davenport would be the biggest legend, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Troutman played for him, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, no, he did. He told us a story about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can just imagine how red Coach Dunham got when that happened.
Oh,
I'd never seen. I would never think that. I didn't hear that. Nobody's ever told me that. But.
Yeah.
So what I remember happening, I was with the secondary. We're like over here, and they're doing the run hall, the front seven. And you can hear Davenport, you know that voice, like, hey, God dang it, you know?
Yeah.
And he felt that the way they were blocking was not how they did it on the film. But Dunham's real meticulous. I'm pretty sure Dunham had done it right, but I don't know. And Coach Dunham said that's the way they do it. And no, it isn't. God, like the cartridge fell out of his hands.
Oh yeah.
And everyone just like silence. And, hey, secondary, let's go get the next rep. Don't look over. Don't look. And when Dunham talks about it, Dunham said like everyone was so shocked that even Holden Holm was quiet.
Yeah, that must have been.
Yeah, so, that shit was hilarious.
I just glad it wasn't me, man. You didn't want to be on that firing line. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Scott, I got some more questions. Scott, you got some or
no? No, you go ahead. Finish up.
All right. So there was the whole story that I guess this season had happened with Hidalgo. Give us kind of what you know or what the take is. What exactly happened there?
So that was actually Fremont. Oh, not Fremont. Sorry, Progresso.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Progresso.
Don't want to cast shade on Hidalgo. Actually, I'm friends with that coach over there.
Yeah, they're actually really good in Hidalgo, by the way.
You're gonna be headline. Yes. Coach Jason Braun knocks Hidalgo. Gets suspended right when he gets to Sinton Pirates.
Man, the Valley already doesn't like me in soccer because I think the last 5 years we've been like 10-3-5 against the Valley.
Oh wow!
In time in London, and that's in like 5A, 6As. I played a couple of them.
Wow!
And so the Valley doesn't like us. I always try to be respectful and stuff to them, but they come up here expecting to win against like stupid Corpus, And actually, this year in the second round playoff game, that game got called with 30 minutes left in the second half. Because there's a brouhaha, and that other team got a bunch of reds. They didn't have enough people to finish. Game forfeit. It gets intense. But back to Progresso. The way I understood it, they had a kid move from their school to some other school and then come back. And the district ruled it was for athletic purposes, but he kept playing, is how I read it. And they waited a long time to call it. I think they shut him down 30 minutes before their regional final game.
Yeah.
So I'd been hearing talk from San Antonio people and Valley people about stuff happening over there, contributing to their success. Man, I'm not that tied in to know.
Real quick, Coach. Dude, Austin, sit up, dude. You're all spread eagle right here in front of us, being all disrespectful.
Teasing me. That's what he's doing.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean.
But yeah, so I'd heard about. We've been hearing rumors all year. Me and some other coaches about them acquiring some people, but that's not what the final got them in trouble was. It was this move in, move back kind of thing. So I don't even know if that other stuff was true, or how the rumor mill can be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just know they were some bad dudes, man. They were really good. I told you I had 3 losses to the Valley in 5 years. They were 2 of them. 1-0, and they beat the crap out of us a year ago, 3-0. Like they could play, but I don't know. The UIL found them in the wrong.
Was it a case of these guys being too old or something, or no birth certificate, like the whole IM-12 kind of thing, or was it just players that were going and coming back and forth?
The rumor that I heard, and I'll say because I'm not in coaching, but the rumor I heard is like they were getting random dudes off the street from like Mexico, but I don't know if that's true.
So these kids could have been any age. No?
I have no idea if that's true.
Sit on bench warmers when I'm 12.
The $5 bill.
Yeah, man.
He's got a certificate. He's got paperwork.
He's got paperwork.
Oh, so what ended up happening? You said they kicked them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what,
right in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Forfeit their season in like the game that would have sent you to the state, like to the Final Four, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know why though the UIL didn't like hey, Progresso, you just beat, I think it was Lavernia the last round. Like, hey, Lavernia, you get to play this team to go to state. They just let that other team go. And that team won, I think. I'm pretty sure that team ended up winning state like 3-2 or something.
Yeah, that's
They're
unfortunate.
rested
The teams
because
that
they're
beat
well
the
rested.
Syracuse.
That's why.
So, I mean, what, a bunch of firings happened, or was it just kind of left alone, or?
I haven't heard anything about a change down there on the staff. So I don't know if it's just like oversight or like, hey, the UIL is picking on us. It's okay. But then Liberty Hill won state, and whoever their opponent was, I think it was from Dallas. They got busted for the same thing, and that team had won the game. And like the next day, like, hey, forfeit. But I didn't see all the same social media uproar. Maybe it's because we're in the South and they're a Dallas team.
Yeah, kind of like always good stories out of the Valley. Remember that kid that hit that referee from what was the school?
Oh yeah, John Jay,
Yeah,
San Antonio.
yeah, that kid was supposed to go to like I think play college football on it before that all happened, but a lot of crazy stuff going down out there.
Blindsided that ref. Ooh,
Yeah, that was a great time.
ugly stuff.
Anything else you good?
Besides the chopping of the play cards, what's a really good Davenport story that you have?
Oh man. So
Good time he cussed you out, whatever, doesn't matter.
So you and Scott might remember this. My first year there, and this is I don't know how much attention y'all pay to my social media and stuff, but this is me when I was still running. So I was like 23 and 145 pounds, and now I'm like 190 pounds in the weight room stuff. And so little old me, he's like, hey, you're going to be the segment timer. And so every 5 minutes I had to like segment 2, segment 3, but he's old. And so he couldn't hear that. And I'd be doing the drill like, oh crap, I missed we're on segment 5. And I'd like have to go run over there next to him, and he would just start ripping me. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm getting fired. Second day of 2-a-days because he's all screwed up on this time because of me. And Colton Tyndall, he even like, hey coach, he felt bad for me. He's like, I can hear you. He's just old. Like, that's not going to happen. If he's going to fire me, that's not going to matter, Colton, that you can hear me. And then like the second week of practice, one time he was Coach Davenport was talking crap about the segments, and I did a look back, and he's laughing his ass off. And I was like, okay, he's just messing with me. But yeah, I was scared there for like my first week of practice. My ass is grass. That's it. I'm gonna have to go work at I don't know what, a daycare or like kindergarten teach only, but it worked out.
It makes sense though, because I remember when I was a senior, he would always get on to us about making calls, saying we weren't making them, but we were making them. We definitely were making them. But I don't think anybody had the guts to tell him, "Hey, coach, they're really making them. You just can't hear them." So, I mean, head coach, I guess you can't. I guess you don't want
Oh,
to.
I got another one. Do y'all remember Coach Falkenberry?
Yes.
Oh,
Falkenberry Blitz.
Yes. So there was one day of 2-a-days. For whatever reason, practice moved up an hour. So we had that break in 2-a-days an hour before we normally did. And so then we went out for practice part 2 an hour earlier than normal, right? Because everything's up an hour. So Falkenberry just didn't put that together and showed up an hour late to the second practice. And he didn't have his keys with him. So all his shoes and stuff were in the coach's office. So he walked out on the field like in flip-flops. And he asked Coach Davenport, hey, can I get your keys? I didn't know about the time change. And Davenport, I didn't even know you weren't here. So, and so Falkenberry just like, okay, and got the keys and left. And yeah, it was a rough one.
That was his last day.
Yeah.
Man.
He updated the resume after that one.
Wasn't the best back in the day, obviously.
Yeah, there's just so many stuff that I don't even remember.
Yeah, Coach
Remember when
Troutman had some great stories too about him.
Who was that kid I entered into the Thunderdome?
Oh, that was Adam Guerrero.
Yeah, that's who it was. John came to watch our practice from the top of the bleachers, right? And we were running this fake punt, and Adam was just like going nuts. He was just like coming in like crazy, like trying to blow it up, and he messed it up. And then I was like, all right. And then I was like, I told John, I pointed, I'm like, hey, watch this. And then he comes again, and I just freaking destroy him, and I just get over him. I'm like, welcome to the Thunderdome. But I yell it in his face, and then they're all just cracking up in the back.
Yeah, we had a good laugh too about that. I used to also get God, they were the Hancock brothers. The younger one, Matthew.
Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
So Coach Cooper and I would have the scout team card, and he was on scout defense. And so if the play was going this way and Matt was backside, we knew he wouldn't get blocked. And so we'd get him to like, hey, do a cartwheel right now. And they'd run the play, and they'd be going like 349, and he'd be on the backside cartwheeling after the play. And everyone's watching point of attack. They had no idea. And so one time, me and Coop, the play was coming to his side, and we're like, hey, cartwheel. And he got blown up. We felt bad. And he's like, you knew it was coming that way. But
set me up.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But, he was okay. He was tougher for it. You know what? You're welcome. So, yeah, we had some good times at George West.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we missed him, Austin. We had just graduated.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Coach, I was talking to Austin. We're going to do this thing about favorite soccer movies, but I told him mine was it's got to be the Ladybugs. Have you ever seen that movie?
Big Green? Come on, dude.
I think Big Green. Which one's the Ladybugs?
Ladybugs with
When that kid the dude dresses as a girl to play on Rodney, the old Rodney, what's his name? Rodney Gary?
Dangerfield?
yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my God!
All right, after this show, we're gonna zoom in.
You can't be that soccer coach. I'm revoking it.
Oh, man.
You're going to be the Godfather too. I was going to give you the Godfather
It's
nickname.
the one with Mike Ditka
Program.
and Will Ferrell. What's that one?
Kicking and Screaming.
Kicking and
That's a good
Screaming,
one too. That's a good one.
Man, I'm going to have to go watch that Ladybug so I can get back my status with
Yeah.
Scott.
Scott.
I shame
I'm
myself on
telling
the
you.
podcast.
I'm telling you, it's good. I don't know. I think it still holds up.
You know what? I'll
Well,
put
this for him,
it on
as
for my
far as-
kid.
As far as favorite soccer movies, Coach, do you have your top 3, top 5, or?
Are there even 5 soccer movies?
That's what kind of
I
like.
think there's only Bended Like Beckham.
Yeah, there's Ben Like Beckham. I've never even seen that one, though.
Yeah.
There's that one with Amanda Bynes back in the day.
There's the World War II one, right? Like Sylvester Stallone. They're like prisoners to the Nazis, and the Nazis make them play soccer against them or something, and they escape. Like that's one of Chris Troutman's favorite movies, actually. We've talked about this movie.
Rambo.
Yeah, it was Rambo. Rambo Soccer Edition. I don't remember the name of that movie though. There's I guess Ladybugs, the Big Green Machine. My kids like that one. There's the Air Bud, that dog. I think he had a soccer movie.
Yeah.
Never
He
seen
did
it.
everything, that guy.
Yeah. Everybody had he was a athlete, 5-star athlete.
Better than all of us combined.
Yeah.
God, freaking dog. But no, I don't have favorite soccer movies really, because like I said, there's not a lot going on with that. Genre.
Probably a lot of them over there, like in Spain, Europe kind of area. I bet you there's all kinds of foreign production soccer movies, because it's obviously the most popular sport in the world. So people get up for soccer. Maybe we just don't appreciate it as much, because we got the whole American football that kind of took over here. Which you're bringing that. You're going to bring it back though. It's going to be a little more popular, I can tell.
Hey, they'll make a movie when you win Sinton State Championship. You win there.
Yeah.
And,
Get a statue and say,
yeah.
Like Friday Night Lights. Whole series.
Michael Pena play you.
oh, that'd be an honor. An honor.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot you were colorblind, but I was telling the guys too. It just happened. I was telling them how I solved this Rubik's Cube.
You're showing off now.
And I remember that football game. It was a Christmas game where you couldn't tell the teams apart.
Oh, yeah. They did the color rush and the Jets
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
green.
It's in the Bills.
Yeah. And so when the camera was panned out, like the blimp, not the blimp view, but the far back view, I couldn't tell who was who. Like, why is he tackling his teammate? But when they zoom in and like you see the handoff and you see the moves, then I could tell it apart. But we had to turn the game off. Like I just couldn't do that.
So,
That was a big deal back then.
what's this color? Can you tell all these?
Why are you
That one's
explaining
red.
right now, Scott?
That's red. All right.
Yeah, that one's red.
He-
Scott, you got to
Oh,
talk
red,
to the
green.
camera.
Go. Okay. Go again.
Oh, that one's purple.
No, it's a blue. It's a Rubik's cube. There's no purple.
Dude, I don't.
No.
Does it matter?
Hey, that looks purple to me.
There we go.
I'll give you credit. Purple.
Scott, that one's green, I think.
Yes. And here, last one.
You already gave me that one.
Okay. Okay.
See, now that one I'm sure is yellow because it's so bright, but it looks like if you hadn't shown me that other green, I would have said that one was green, like a lime
Yeah,
green.
yellow. Dang, that's pretty good still.
Light gray,
I
dark
think
gray.
you got them all right.
Let's talk about your
Yeah.
family, Coach. Have you guys moved to Sinton yet? Or are y'all planning to move, or are y'all gonna go? Y'all gonna try drive back and forth there as of right now?
Man, in the current market, we are not looking to move. Mortgage rates and stuff being what they are, and for us to get a house, because we got 7 kids for whoever's watching and doesn't know about me. We got a lot of kids. We had 5, and we're like, let's try for one more, and we got the twins. And so
that's your whole soccer team right there.
yes. And some of them are athletes, I think, and some of them are like want to be unicorns. So we're not looking at moving
Scott is
now.
Too. Okay.
I'll be doing the commute to Sinton, which is the same distance basically as my commute to London right now. It's just the other way, as long as I don't catch a train in Odom. My son will be going with me. He's about to be in 8th grade. And everyone else is going to stay at TM because the campuses that they're on, they're like right by the house. And so easy pickup and all that stuff.
Awesome.
So we'll be staying.
How's as far as your wife goes, how do you think she takes being a coach's wife, with the moving and all that stuff? I know you've been in London the past 7 years and everything, but I always think coaches' wives have to be strong, especially yours having 7 kids. You're gone quite a bit, I would assume. So, how has she adapted to all this?
If it wasn't for her, I'd just be like Mr. Braun teacher guy. Because she, especially in football season, got a lot on her plate.
Yeah.
And now when I get home, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't even do. I got to do the dishes. I got to make the lunch. Like, we're able to do what we do because she does so good while I'm out. But then also when I come home, I'm like, what needs to happen? I'll get it done. Not just like pass out on the couch. Sometimes, I might take a nap on the couch, but I still get the stuff done. We're a good team. And again, that's how we got to 7. She does a great job running a tight ship while I'm gone and keeping everyone in line. And then also, those of you with kids know it helps when one of the older kids is a good helper too. Like our older 2, we can be like, hey, go get them that sandwich made, XYZ, and they handle business. It's always a big help.
I got 2. I can imagine 7. Jesus, good Lord.
After 2, we found everyone after 2 was easy. Get that 3rd kid, no problem. Get that 4th kid.
You're telling me that I'm going to have to call my wife. Get ready when I get home.
Hey, that story you told about Matthew Hancock? You might need to tell him that. He just has he has 4 now. So
4?
He had twins, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, twins is rough. Scott, you know about twins.
Yeah.
What are their ages? What are your kids?
Let's see. I got a 13-year-old boy. Man, I'm bad at the ages thing. I know the grades. My next kid is a girl. She's 12. She's about to be in junior high. And then I have a girl who's about to be in 3rd grade, so she's 8. I have a kindergarten boy, so he just turned 6 like a week ago. And then I have a 3-year-old boy. That kid's wild. That's my redhead. And then I've got the twins who'll be 2 next month.
Gotcha. Dang it, man. So they're all kind of close to each other in age.
Yeah.
The oldest and 7 of them. So
catching up to Philip Rivers.
Yeah.
I need his pay is what I need. I need Philip Rivers.
You're gonna start it there, man. I'm telling you. We're gonna name the trophy after you here in a few years. That's awesome.
Antonio Cromartie Jr.
Yeah. I felt like him when I was trying to remember the ages because that clip where he can remember their names.
That's right.
They got like 12 to 13 each, don't they?
And he's got 14. He's
14 from like 7 ladies. Mine's all the same one.
He was saying something like, because his oldest daughter just had a baby and he just had another baby, so there's going to be a situation where grandchild is going to throw a pass to child to touchdown pass to child or vice versa, which I think is pretty cool. And he has 14 kids. Is that how many?
Something like that.
Cromartie does. Rivers only has I think 10 or.
Oh God, I could not talk my wife into that. Anyway, okay, here you go.
Yeah, I got a couple other things. So you were in Corpus for a while. What's your favorite go-to Mexican food spot in Corpus?
Oh man, so there's a taqueria called Taqueria Jalisco, which there's like 100 of those, right? But there's one on Cimarron. It's in town, and I taught the girls, the daughters of the family. And they're like, "Oh, we got a restaurant," and so I went and checked it out. It was freaking good, and they're near the hospital, so we'd be having babies, and I just go get food from there. Taqueria Jalisco on Cimarron.
Put it down.
Very good. I'll have to share you the info if you want, but that's our favorite place.
Taqueria Jalisco.
I go get the Braun special. Are they gonna name a plate after you?
Maybe after this. Heck yeah.
What's on it? What do you get?
I always get the street tacos. They're my favorite thing. I get the street tacos. My wife gets enchiladas, and then she likes their drinks. I'm just a beer guy. So.
Oh my god, I can't imagine like whenever y'all go out, freaking 7
bill.
chicken tenders. Oh my god, you get the bill.
No, we don't take the whole squad out unless we're on a road trip.
Yeah.
And even then, it's gonna be fast food, right? Like we're not taking all 7 to some sit down place. We will have to sell the house to pay for that. So we'll just do like they love Little Caesars. So hey, let me get 3 hot and ready pizzas, and it's just like $20 feed everybody. And then my wife and I will go get like a meal from somewhere. So that's how we, for now, do the stuff. Yeah.
Are those hot and ready still $5?
Hell yeah, dude.
They're like 7 now.
They're like 7 now.
Yeah.
7 plus.
Still a good deal.
When you're on that London payroll, you're going to be looking for some savings. So let me tell you.
Does Sinton pay better?
Yes.
Hey, we asking that, dude.
No, it's public knowledge. It's like you can look it
I
up.
mean, still, like,
Yeah. It's
how much money in your bank account?
I'm not asking him that specific.
$5. Same job titles. Yes, I'll be making a decent amount more.
Good deal.
That's good, man.
That's of course another draw. Like better facilities, better pay, all that stuff. Hey, I'll tell you a story about London. And this is not of. We have a new superintendent, Dr. Chapman. This is before his time. So when this is not a reflection of him because he came in and we got a bump this year with him. But previously, a few years ago, they weren't going to do the little raises, like the incremental raises that teachers get. And they couldn't afford it or whatever. I don't know. And so they gave us these wooden coins and it had like the London logo on it. And they said, we're not going to give you raises, but we'll give you this because we're pirate proud. And everyone was freaking pissed. Everyone started the school year off mad. And they were like, hey, if you do a good job, if I see Dustin doing a good job, I'm going to give him my coin and he's going to know. Good job. Morale was down that year. Morale in the school was roof.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
if you
We're gonna
remember.
start doing around here for the show. If y'all ask a good question, I'm going to give y'all a coin.
Yes.
Put the logo on it. Scott, get those.
Put my face on it. And I'll see
that Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah.
Whenever the homeless guy and the lady gives him $1 and he's like, $1? What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
I got kids.
Family. Yeah.
We here you go. Here's the coin. I'm gonna try to hold up my camera to. I don't know if this will work. I gotta. Oh, that's not coming through. I'm gonna have to. I'll text it to Scott. But yeah, and that was the coin. And I found one the other day when I was cleaning out my desk. And we gave it to the principal. Like, hey, good job, ma'am. And she started dying laughing because now it's like a joke. Like, why would you? But that wasn't this current admin. That was years ago. And so we still got some of those.
You bring that over to Sinton. Coach Troutman won the state championship. Here's a coin, Coach.
One gold doubloon, sir. Thank you.
That reminds me. We just had this guy at work hit 40 years at work, and they gave him a pin that said "Happy 40th Anniversary." A pin. A pin like this for 40 years. Company. I want to edit that out. I still work for them. But anyway.
You have that to look forward to, man.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully I'll be gone by then. But hey, real quick, we do cover football a lot. We did follow Sinton this year. How workouts going as far as football goes? Are you out there? Or are you just still soccer mainly, or just?
Well, I'm still at London. I got to finish my year out. So.
Oh, you said you were talking to coach. Okay.
I've been because whenever you are at a school, you have days to use. Like your personal days, and there's the local days which are only for that school. They don't follow you if you leave. So I've been using my days. And so I've been over to two different times to Sinton. Actually, I was there just the other day, and they did defense drills. So I was with the corners and stuff. Impressive looking kids, and they were telling me we still got however many number of kids that will play football at baseball right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not even seeing the full, And then there's this guy's not here today because he's hurt or whatever. Like that guy's gonna be a stud, and so eyeball test. It's very oh hey, no wonder these guys been winning, And so I'm just going to try to slot in there and do my job, head down. Yes, sir. Here we go. And take care of my position group, which is going to be the corners. I'll be doing the cornerbacks. They have so at London, I did all the secondary, like corner safeties. And at Sinton, I'll just be doing the corners. They got another guy doing the safeties. We'll just be working together. So I'm just trying to learn their lingo. What they do is very similar to what I've been used to in our system at London, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of a big learning curve. It should be just getting my verbiage what they use.
Okay. I know they had that heartbreaking loss this past year to Wimberley again for the second time, man. And God, I feel terrible for those guys because the eye test to us too this year seemed like they had the squad. Like I thought they were going to get past Wimberley this year, but man, we're going to have to use you as like kind of an insider there. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm not really on. We're not us are on like talking terms with Coach Troutman. Like I said, he's kind of an intense dude, so we'll probably message you if we got a question. Maybe get you to ask him. Jumps down your throat, not art. Something like that.
Hey, coach, the guys want to know.
No,
they said they'll give you a coin.
Gotcha. Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, he's an intense dude. Even in my interview, we were talking about soccer, and that's one thing that sold me on it. He wasn't, because there's ads who are just like, I don't know, I need I don't want to deal with soccer, like that kind of thing. And he was very like, hey, we're good at everything, we're good at soccer. I want someone who's going to come in, be good at football. Like I want a football guy who's also a soccer guy. He's like, I don't want just a guy who's going to be a pulse at football and bring us down, and then he handles soccer. And I don't want a guy who's only football and then at soccer, like we're not doing good. I want someone who's both. And I was like, well, I've got 2 all-state safeties the last 7 years at London. I've been to regionals 4 times. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 times in soccer at London also. So I think I fit that bill. And it was a good meeting.
Oh yeah.
The benefits of soccer, footwork, all that. I mean, it can only help you in those areas. I'm assuming in football, especially coaching cornerbacks, defensive backs, and all that too. So I think it's going to turn out great. I think it's going to be a good deal for Sin actually. So, like you said, they do have the athletes. I think it'll be a hard switch over. Meaning like I don't think it's going to be like a culture shock for them as far as soccer goes. So, but it's a good thing, man. It's awesome. Before you go, Austin had the question for you about your 49ers team. Big 49ers fan?
Yes.
What do you think about that Purdy contract? Do you get overpaid or?
Nah, I mean, he's 7th highest paid now, behind guys like Trevor Lawrence, who has done nothing but have nice hair, and Tua, who's not available half the season. I mean, poor guy.
He doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah, spend that money on the O-line, not on him. So no, I don't think we overpaid. Like if we'd gotten up in that that DAC area of 60 mil, then yes, hey, calm down, fellas. But the 53 mil, especially as the cap keeps growing every year, that's going to be a smaller percentage of the cap that he is taking himself. So I think it's good. He's obviously been successful, had down year last year, but if you go back to his previous bodies of work, the 2 or 3 years before, he's been really good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, some would say it was the team more than him, but we won't go there. We're not getting into that with you,
Yeah. So you think they're going to be 9 wins?
Looking at that schedule, they better be 9 wins.
They're over under.
I'm taking over.
Oh yeah. Good deal.
As long as we beat the big one, got to beat the Cowboys, because otherwise I'll be hearing it at school for the whole year.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're scrubs.
Yeah.
As long as we handle them.
I got a little game for you too. Since this whole Brock Purdy thing I need you to try to be unbiased here. I'm going to do a Who Would You Rather. It's a Brock Purdy edition.
Oh, no.
Purdy or this guy.
Okay.
We'll go through it real quick. We'll kind of start a little light here. Brock Purdy, Bryce Young.
Oh, Purdy.
Okay. All right. I agree. Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield.
Current Baker Mayfield or the first 6-7 years Baker
I have
Mayfield?
to say current Baker Mayfield, right?
Current, I think you could just do a little switcheroo right there. The old school Baker, oh, forget it. That was Brock Purdy, easy. But he's a whole different guy now.
Yeah, true. Okay. Brock Purdy, Kyler Murray.
Oh, Purdy.
Okay. Derek Carr just retired. Brock Purdy or Jaden Daniels.
Oh, I like Daniels. I'm going Daniels.
Okay, there's some. I mean, C.J. Stroud had that great rookie year, then had the sophomore slump. So I think he may be. I don't think he'll suffer from a sophomore slump. I'm excited to see him too this year because he tore it up last year. Okay, Brock Purdy or Russell Wilson.
Old Russell, current Russell Wilson, Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
prime Russell, I'd go Russell.
All right, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott.
Oh, yeah.
Regular season or playoffs, because that's 2 different Daks. Playoff Dak is a stud.
There is no playoff Dak. I don't know. It's just regular season Dak.
I'd go Purdy. Purdy beaten Dak like 3 or 4 times already.
Okay. Couple more. Purdy or Justin Herbert?
Man, I feel like Herbert just lives off potential. Like everyone hypes that man. And
you hear that, Scott? You hear that, Scott?
What does he do?
Get him off the show. Get him off.
I'm going Purdy.
Oh, yeah. All right, Purdy, Jordan Love. Jordan Love. All right, let's move on. Next one.
No, say it. Purdy or Jordan Love?
I don't know. Jordan Love's inconsistent, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
I don't follow him a lot, but
Yes, he is.
Talking about
He's
Like-
the Tyrese Halliburton of the NFL, most overrated.
the guy that's in the conference championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
who do you?
Just like beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So,
I remember he beat the Cowboys, and then they were going to the Super Bowl, and then he lost to the Niners on a comeback fashion. So
lock.
I'm gonna go with Purdy. I don't know that. Like Love's not bad, but
C.J. Stroud or Brock Purdy?
I'd probably go Stroud.
Okay, he does have potential also. Did have a little sophomore slump. I think he was a little banged up this year too, though, wasn't he? Kind of hurt.
His offense line is awful.
Okay, let's go Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy.
Oh, Burrow.
Okay, easy. All right. Your boy Trevor Lawrence that you just mentioned, nice hair, or Brock Purdy?
Purdy.
All right. This one just strictly off potential, I guess. Bo Nix or Brock Purdy?
Oh, Nick's had a good year.
He did.
Shoot, I don't know. You know what? I'll take Nick's on that contract, and then you have the other money. You know?
Yeah, trade him straight up. All right, and these two, you can be biased here, but Josh Allen, Brock Purdy. Purdy's been to more Super Bowls than Josh Allen, technically.
Oh man, I'd go Allen. Allen and Shanahan's offense.
It just, I mean, the Bills are probably champs if Patrick Mahomes didn't exist. So, I mean,
Name for us twice.
yeah, true. But, oh, y'all beat the Packers to get there. We won't go there.
Here's one, James. What about Drake May from New England? I think he's going to be pretty good.
Man, I don't know. I haven't been impressed with that guy. But New England also has like a garbage roster, so I don't know how much of that's his fault,
They're
right?
rebuilding.
So I'd stick with what I know. I'll stick with Purdy on that one.
And that's all I got. I mean, the other ones are pretty, either you got Mahomes up there, Lamar Jackson. I would think you would take those two guys above Purdy. And then Purdy's kind of, I'd put him between like maybe 7 and 12 area as far as best quarterbacks in the league. But
He's getting paid the 7th right now, so 7th highest. So
Look at
that's
that,
fighting.
Coach. You said you took Baker over Purdy. Is that right? Current
I said
Current
either way. Yeah, current Baker.
Baker's only making like what, 36 million or something?
40. Right at 40.
It's like 13 million you would have saved.
Yeah, you could have spent that on the wide receiver group because we're a little thin right now.
You're gonna be hurting for playmakers.
We got Kittle still, man.
Yeah, Kittle's good. I like him a lot.
Kittle.
Carried my fantasy team last year.
Yeah, Ayuk's still hurt. He ain't going to be back by then, right?
And he was garbage before he got hurt. I don't know what that new contract did to him. He was dropping passes and production was bad. I don't know if it went to his
I feel
head.
like he's overrated. It's like he had that one good year and that's it.
Contract year, he did great. Gets the big contract, and then, I mean, he did get hurt, but I don't think he was making too much noise before he got hurt anyway. So
He had that amazing catch against Detroit in that playoff game when it bounced off the dude's head and he dove and caught it. That like sent his stock. Yeah. And then he, last year was bad.
I remember his rookie year, I hadn't heard nothing from him. And then he made that play where he just completely leaped over a defensive back. And then right then everybody was saying he's got such great potential. But that's all I remembered really from his rookie year prior to when all this contract stuff signing happened. So
he was like with prime Debo too. So that was like, he was getting a lot
of attention.
Covered, yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the 49ers year this year? How do you think it's going to happen? Bust or Shanahan gone if they don't make the playoffs?
They should make the playoffs, just eyeballing that schedule. They've got a lot of holes to fill if you followed the offseason. They lost a lot of dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on the defensive side. They do have Robert Saleh back, great defensive mind. He was with them when they went on their previous Super Bowl run with Jimmy Garoppolo. So I think our defense be a bit more sound than it has been previously. So I think we make the playoffs. I don't know if we go on another like Super Bowl run. I think I'd be like pleasantly surprised if we get there. But then, man, I'm tired of seeing them lose Super Bowls. So I don't want to get there unless they're going to win. That stuff's been depressing.
Would you rather make it to the Super Bowl and lose or just lose in the first round of the playoffs?
having seen it happen the last 3 times, I'd rather just lose the first round.
Yeah, sure.
It hurts.
Okay, so you'd rather be me then. You'd rather be a Cowboys fan.
Never,
Anyway,
never be a Cowboys fan. Sorry.
you guys got anything else? Any questions, Scott?
No. I was gonna do this. So I'm gonna give you some. Well, this is mainly for the guys too, but I'm gonna give you some NFL players, and we're gonna see if Coach Braun has more kids than those NFL players. I looked up the top list, and I'll give you like 3 of them.
What'd you Google? Like, who has the most kids in the
Yeah,
NFL?
NFL. This is from Randy. All right. So I'll give you the name, and if they have more than one woman, I'll give you the woman because sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. It could throw you off. Like Ray Lewis, 4 wives or 4 women. Does he have more or less kids than Coach Braun, which is 7?
I'm saying less.
What'd you say, Austin?
Less.
Okay.
I think that's a trick. I would say less too.
I'm gonna go more.
Oh, he's just got 6.
What a loser.
You're better than Ray Lewis, Coach.
Yep.
Here we go. Cam Newton. It didn't list the number of women.
I know he's got a couple kids from a couple different women because
Yeah.
I saw him getting ripped on social media for that, but I don't remember the number.
I'm going to go
Under 7.
strong.
Right at 7.
I
Bush.
think I win this.
Push. I'm gonna say push.
Yeah, man. He's a champion. It's hard to beat. He's got 8.
That guy ain't never won nothing.
Dang.
Oh,
All right. We'll do this last one. This could throw you for Adrian Peterson.
Well, he's got a lot, right?
6 women. Thank you.
Less.
Over or under 7?
Under.
I want to say over.
Say over.
Over.
Barely. 8. He's barely better than you, Coach. You got.
You'll catch him, though, Coach. You can still
Yeah,
You know what? I'm about to let me get back on the show in 9 months.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, hey, man, I don't have nothing else. You guys got anything else? But, man, Coach, thanks for taking the time, man. It's exciting. Like I said, we were talking about the other day. A funny story is when I first saw the text from Scott saying we're going to have Jason, I thought it said Jason Braun. First thing I thought of was the Last Chance U coach. I was like, how the hell did Scott pull that off? But talking to the guys, we
And it
realized.
settled for me. Sorry.
No,
Then he realized.
Step up.
Then he realized it was even better.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Right.
But yeah, man,
appreciate it, fellas.
we hope everything goes well, man. If we get a chance to get out there, we'll get a schedule from you, check it out and everything. We do like to go to the games of coaches that come on our show just to show our appreciation. But
Where are y'all located?
our studio's in New Braunfels, so
Well, I have a schedule. I can send that to Scott, and he can, along with a picture of that coin, so y'all can see how great
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And he can dispense that to y'all. But yeah, thanks for having me, fellas. I appreciate it. I'll send y'all a soccer schedule once that gets finalized. I don't know if y'all want to pop out. Those games can be long. But
how did they play? Did y'all play 90 minutes just like
80 minutes, 2 40-minute halves.
okay, 80 minutes? Okay, so it's a little. Do they play 80 in real life or
90.
real soccer? They play
90.
right? Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, man. I guess we'll let you go with that, man. It was awesome talking to you. Good seeing you, and yeah, get that schedule, Scott, and we'll see when we can make it out there and see what you got going on over there.
I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
All right, bud. Thanks. Coach Braun. All right, back. Great interview with Coach Braun, wouldn't y'all say?
Yeah,
He's a funny guy.
he is.
Very funny guy.
He is pretty freaky. He is pretty funny.
Yeah, he's got a great sense of humor. Yeah, he was. Some of the coaches we talked to, we make like jokes, and we noticed he just kind of shy away from them. They don't say nothing. He didn't. He jumped right in there. Excited about the Sinton Pirates there, and their soccer program.
Dustin, how old is he?
He's he's probably like, what, 41, 42 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But we were talking earlier about this, and I mean, hopefully you don't get mad at us for saying this, but it's going to be tough to get those really great athletes from Sinton to play soccer, especially the time of the year. Especially about the time of the year it is. It's right in the middle of basketball season and going into baseball season.
And Sinton's badass at baseball, right?
Yeah. Sinton has been great in football recently, but as far as I know, baseball comes first when it comes to Sinton. I mean, they're sending guys. There's being kids drafted in the first round of the first few picks of the draft out of Sinton. So
2 players on Texas.
exactly, yeah. And these aren't just 2, spot players either. These guys can play. I'm seeing like walk-off home runs by a couple of them. Like they're coached really well.
Didn't that one guy just make his MLB debut from Sinton?
Bryce Mitchell or Blake
Yeah.
Mitchell.
Blake Mitchell, right?
Hopefully he does good because I got his rookie auto right there.
Let's see. I don't know if he did or didn't. I haven't heard.
That's
You saw that, Austin, or what?
I thought I saw that. Someone from Sinton.
That's a mint graded 9. That's graded 9. That's pretty good. But it's something different, I guess, for the area in which we're from. There wasn't ever really any. There's no soccer going on except in San Antonio, Corpus. So, that's it's gonna be cool to watch though. 4A, maybe it'll spread down to 3A eventually. Had some great stories. Shared some good stories with the guy. His Coach Davenport stories were pretty damn good. I think every coach we know that knows Coach Davenport has a Davenport story. So. That's great, but we wished him the best. He's going to be helping with the football team too, and go Pirates! Go Pirates soccer! I need to give me a Pirates soccer hoodie.
I wonder if there's any crossover gear, like it says Pirates soccer from the old school, because they were the London Pirates, and they're maroon.
Maybe.
That doesn't say London. Just
Yeah,
take it over there.
Puts a piece of tape over over London.
I told Colton a story about Davenport and Dunham. Dude, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's freaking hilarious."
The karate chop of the cards.
Yes.
Oh man, I bet Dunham turned as red as just his beard on his face.
He probably felt about as tall as freaking.
As he is. Oh, as a shot. I'm just playing Dunham. Don't hurt me. So we did Dustin did the Cowboys win-loss total at the beginning of the show. Me and you are going to go through the Packers win-loss total, and we'll call Scott when it comes to the Chargers. So, the Packers are starting out the season. Week 1, September 7th, 3:25 p.m. against the Detroit Lions. Dustin, you have anything to write with?
Yes.
Okay, do a column of what I say,
And
wins
what
or
Austin
losses,
says.
and what Austin says.
Perfect. I'll ask the questions for y'all, like you did for me.
You call the.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you called the team.
Are you back at the desk, Dustin?
Yeah, he's at the desk.
Yeah.
Your desk or?
Yes.
Okay, mark it on the whiteboard.
I got it right here. I got you.
All right. He's pulling up the schedule now. I'm gonna say 17 and 0. Wouldn't that be some shit
You're
though?
You're being modest, James.
Yeah. 17 and 0. They're just gonna lose first round of the
16
playoff.
and 1. 16 and 1.
Yeah.
All right. We got week 1.
Yeah.
Sunday, September 7th, 3:25, home opener. Y'all got the Detroit Lions coming to town.
I got to win there.
Sorry, that is
Give
on
me
the
a
road.
loss.
That's on the road. That's on the road. My
No,
bad.
it's in Green Bay.
It's in Green Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got to win there.
Okay.
Oh, I think we split with the Lions.
So James has a win and Austin has a loss. Is that
I
right?
forgot I was in Green Bay.
Yes, it is.
Give me a win.
Okay.
Give him a win.
Wins. Okay.
There we go. Versus the Commanders at home.
Mm-hmm.
Loss.
All right. Okay. I understand the whole loss. I think it's a very close loss. Okay? I think it's like a last-second drive, and I think the Commanders either win with the game-winning field goal or lose with a game-winning field goal. I'm going to go with lose. And, like I mentioned earlier, the Packers do start off slow, so there's nothing wrong with them starting 1-2 or 1-3. I'm okay with that. Commanders are the team to look out for this year. So
They were young and had a great offseason.
exactly.
Yeah. What'd y'all say earlier? Sophomore slump?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, no, I get that too. But still, even if he has a sophomore slump, the talent they have on that
Loaded.
team is great. I mean, they got wide receiver 4 stepping up, in the playoffs. Who was that kid from the rookie last year that had that big ass playoff game? Yeah, against the Lions.
Yeah.
I think he eclipsed 150 yards that game. But either way, next is the what?
You got the Browns on the road.
We beat the Browns on the road.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
we lose to the Browns, just cancel the season. We're done.
Who will be the starting quarterback for the Browns in that game against y'all?
Shador saying,
it
they're
will
saying
be-
Shador is like making Dylan Gabriel look funny. Like it's they're clowning Dylan Gabriel like the media is. Did you see that guy after his interview?
Mm-mm.
There was a guy that was running the press conference, and Dylan Gabriel was talking to the media, this and that. He left the stage, and that guy running the press conference walked up to the podium, and he's still on camera. The camera's still running, and he said, he lipped from his mouth, "I'm taller than him." And he's not even 6 foot tall, this guy. He's a little bit taller than Dylan Gabriel. So basically clowning the guy. But they are saying Shador is looking good for a 5th-round draft pick in Cleveland Browns
Better
camp,
than,
which I think we all know he shouldn't have been a 5th-round draft pick if you go off talent alone. So, all right, move on. Now, Austin, you gotta win there, right? I gotta win there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, win.
Okay.
Now you got the Dallas Cowboys Sunday Night Football on the road.
I'm gonna go off history. I'm gonna say the Packers win that game. I'm gonna say it is a beat down. A beat down. 36-13.
You're giving 13 points.
Yeah, that's being modest right there. Is what that is.
Yeah. You know where I stand on that.
Yep. Death, taxes, and the Packers will always beat the Cowboys.
And Texas.
Yep.
Then
We may go to that game. We'll check it out.
That is my mom's birthday, actually, or close
Hell
to it.
yeah. Tammy's going to have a ruined birthday present. She shows up to
Ruined
that
birthday.
game.
it'll be me and Tammy versus James and Austin.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And you got Scott on your team.
Bye week, we have a bye.
Yeah, you're gonna win that one. You got it.
Cincinnati Bengals coming out of the bye. I like this game. I like this game to win because it's at home and we're coming off the bye. All right. We're going to have to score a lot of points to beat the Bengals. The Bengals did nothing really for their defense in the offseason. They really don't have the money to. They paying Joe Burrow all this money, paying Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They're not paying attention to that defense right now. I think they got that philosophy the 2011 Packers had where they think they're going to just outscore everybody. And, that's documented. Brady Papinga said that in an interview. That's why they let him go, because that was their philosophy that year. So I think they're sticking with that unless Jordan Love has a bad game. There's going to be 10 touchdown passes in that game easily.
What do you ask? What'd you ask, Austin?
Is there any Trey Hendrickson news?
No, he is kind of talking shit about the Bengals. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking a lot of shit about them. He's not at camp from what I understand. Or he's there, but he's not participating. Right?
I thought
he's a hold in.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't really get on my phone and Google Cincinnati Bengals. So
yeah.
well, he's the biggest free agent. Like maybe he wants to go to freaking.
He's not a free agent. He's under contract.
Yeah, he's under contract.
He just wants more money. So, but yeah, I got to win there for the Bengals. What do you have, Austin? Win or loss?
Win. Just
Okay.
because of that.
Gotcha. Okay, at Arizona Cardinals, I was talking about the Cardinals earlier. I don't think they did enough this year. I think they're still trying to rebuild. I don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. is the guy yet. I think he'll take a step this year, but he will be that guy. Trust me, he will be. His upside is out of this world. So, but I'll still take a win there at Arizona.
That one's actually tough because I was thinking that first freaking couple weeks we have a row of murderers or freaking running quarterbacks, and we don't fare well against running quarterbacks.
Yeah, I get it.
But God, give me a win until you're right, until Marvin Harrison does something.
Now I'm just gonna say both these. Just Pittsburgh and Carolina. I think we lose both of those games.
Really?
I do. I think we lose at Pittsburgh. We don't have a great record at Pittsburgh. I think we lose that game. That's that trap game where we kind of go in there a little big-headed. And I think we lose that game. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be the Steelers' quarterback at that time also.
That's true.
So you got to think about that aspect of it. Hopefully they don't, but I think Austin, what the fuck are you doing? Are you slapping a fly swatter on
nothing.
Jesus.
I'm chopping potatoes.
That is way too loud.
Sorry.
And then this Carolina Panthers game. Oh, it's.
Well, wait. What does Austin have against the Steelers?
Oh yeah, what do you have against Steelers?
Loss. I agree.
Yeah. And I think we lose that Panthers game too. We played Bryce Young as a rookie and barely beat him. Yeah. The score was 35-33. We almost went to overtime in that. We kicked a game-winning field goal. No, didn't. It was 33-32, and we kicked a game-winning field goal, or either 33-33.
And that was before Bryce Young got benched, right?
Yeah. And this is this was 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. Bryce Young's been better. The Panthers. I mean, I like Chuba Hubbard. He's good. He's a good running back. I think he's very, very underrated. And
You like Jonathan Brooks?
yeah, he's not playing. There you go again with the damn chopping. But yeah, I think we lose both those games.
Austin, you play the Panthers at home. Y'all losing or winning?
Winning.
Okay. Versus the Philadelphia Eagles, Monday Night Football. I am going to say, Monday night primetime in Green Bay, right when the cold weather comes in. I'm gonna say we win that game. Yeah.
That's where my the turning decision is if we're gonna be good, if we're gonna be a good team or not.
This is where we kick it on. All right, right here.
If we're gonna be a good team, yeah, and all the new additions to defense.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what the defense.
And I think we match up well against the Eagles. We've played them. We've played good against the Eagles
twice. Played them very well.
Yeah. So I think I think we win that game.
I say win.
Because the past couple of years, we haven't, all of our wins weren't against very great teams. We need to start winning against great teams, and I think it starts there. What do you have there, Austin?
Oh, a win.
Okay, at New York Giants, Sunday, November 16th. I like the win there.
Win.
Jackson Dart is their quarterback at that time.
I know. Or is it week 11?
Week 11
already?
That's week 11. Mm-hmm. Playing the Giants on the road.
Win.
That's a game where y'all run the shit out of the ball and run it down their throat. They're gonna have a good pass rush, but y'all should be able to run it down their throat.
Josh Jacobs, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I got to win. You got to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you get the Vikings at home, 12 o'clock.
Vikings at home, I think we split with the Vikings, too. I think we win that one at home, lose in Minnesota.
Okay.
I think we win both. I think the Vikings are going to do what I said last year and go 4-12.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Let me see something real quick. Are we playing the Vikings last game? Okay, of course we are. Okay. We're probably going to need to win that game, so I'm probably going to say we're going to win both then. All right, at Detroit Lions, I think we lose that game.
Lose.
I think us and Detroit are 1 to 2 games away from each other all year, going back and forth. Detroit, I think they take a step back. I think they lose more than 4 games. They lost 2 last year? Yeah, I think they were 15-2 or 14-3, somewhere around there. I think they do. I think they take a kind of a step back. I think they go about 12-5 or 11-6ish, and it's going to be
good.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dude,
it's still good.
And I don't know how they can take a step back. Their whole defense was fucking hurt last year.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Yeah.
Well, they're in first place. They're playing all the first place teams in every other division, so they're going to have a pretty rough schedule. So, Chicago Bears, 3 division opponents in a row versus Chicago. That's a win.
In Green Bay.
Yep, in Green Bay.
That's right. Y'all beating the Bears, Austin?
Win. Oh yeah.
This is a game I really want to go to. I'm actually on my long break at work in Denver. I've never been to Denver Stadium. It's going to be right in the beginning of winter. I think it's going to be a beautiful, cold, sunny. I think it's going to be a perfect weather game. I really want to go to that game. So because I think I'm going to go, we could easily lose this game. Could easily lose it. I'm going to say loss. Yeah, loss.
Just because you said that, I'm going to go win, but I agree. It's like a 50-50 right there.
Yeah,
depending on how the Broncos were playing at that time, I don't know how the team's going to be clicking.
The Broncos were young last year. They're just more experienced this year. So
they should be better.
Yeah, they got a couple additions. They're returning Sutton. They're returning Bo Nix.
Didn't they get a receiver?
Yeah, they got. I can't think of who it is right now.
Did they draft one, or was it free agency, like a big free agent hit? They drafted one, I think.
the only thing the Broncos need is questionable is their running game. They got rid of their running back Javonte Williams. He's in Dallas now.
Mm-hmm.
So
They still have freaking estimate from Notre Dame.
Estimate. Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm not
they
worried
had
about
they
that.
had a three-headed back the whole freaking season. That's why.
Yeah, but
Let
they
one
didn't
of them
have a
run it.
dominant back that would run 100 yards a game. You know, like we have in a Josh Jacobs. So
And we also have one of the worst fucking run defenses ever. So
yeah, so that's why I think we could win that game too.
All three of those guys could have freaking ran for 100 yards.
Mm-hmm. All right, move on.
Okay. Now you're on the road at the Bears.
We win that
It's
game.
either 3:30 or 7.
We're gonna win that game.
You're gonna beat the Bears.
Oh yeah, I would never say we're gonna lose to the Bears.
I will never say that we're gonna lose to the Bears.
Kind of like I would never say we're going to lose to the Panthers either, but you said it. So.
Well, that game kind of doesn't matter. It's not a division game. It's just kind of a game that's just thrown there, you know. And it's easily one of those shitty games like Cleveland or Carolina. We could easily fall into a trap there, like in one of those games. A team you're not familiar with, a team that shows up that day.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to everybody every year, or mostly everybody.
Do you got the Bears or do you got the Packers in this one, Austin?
Oh, Packers. Duh. I'm saying thing. I'm never freaking picking the fucking Bears.
Week 17 against the Baltimore Ravens.
Loss.
Well, here, hang on, listen, hear me out a little bit.
I
think the Ravens clinch already.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible in Green Bay, a cold weather game, if they have it clinched, I think they rest their guys.
2 weeks out.
Man,
it's a long time.
I mean, the Chiefs did it last year.
2 weeks?
I think they did, yeah. I think the Chiefs did rest their guys 2 weeks last year. Yeah.
I don't know.
But do you think with Pittsburgh's if Aaron Rodgers is there that they have enough to clinch?
Oh yeah. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the guy anymore, dude. Sorry.
I'm not.
I mean, I can see him getting up to play against the Packers.
Yeah.
When he plays Green Bay, but yeah, you say loss. I want to say win for that reason. But if I'm going off starters versus starter, team versus team, man versus man.
Yeah, team versus team. I'm taking a win.
Against the Ravens?
Yeah.
I disagree because they got a way better team. Yeah, I'll go with a loss too.
If Lamar Jackson.
A winnable game, but a loss.
It's
okay?
a winnable, yeah.
Then on the road at the Vikings.
That's a win.
Saturday or Sunday.
That's a win because we'll need to win that game to either clinch the division or have a higher seed. So that's what I got going on there. What do I have? A 12-5?
What do you have, Austin?
Win.
Win? Okay. So, James, you have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had them 10-7, James.
Okay.
Austin, you have them 1, 2, 3, 4. Austin has them 13-4.
Okay. That's a pretty big difference.
Yeah. I don't like that 13.
But see, there's yeah, like the games we talked about, and we talked about this too with the Cowboys when you did it. There's winnable games.
Mm-hmm.
There's like that. Like I said, that Panthers game we could win that one. That Broncos game we could win that one. And if the Ravens rest the starters, we can win that one. 10-7 will get you in the playoffs. That's
Yeah, it should.
you know. But
what were we last year?
we're gonna go.
10-7.
We're either gonna go 10-7, 11-6, 11-6, or 9-8. It's gonna be within those three. Packers over under win total this year is 9.5 games. So that's right over 9.5 is what I have them 10-7.
Okay, yeah.
That is a step back from last year. We were 11-6 last year. So yeah.
I had 13. So yeah, I like 12 better than 13.
And I was being very fair. Like the Panthers loss probably not going to happen. So looking at 11-6, but I mean, I can't just have I don't think they can win that many games in a row. But that Steelers game scares me, especially since we're all looking at Aaron Rodgers possibly being the guy there in Pittsburgh. So That's why they didn't draft a quarterback, obviously. So,
Mm-hmm.
Austin, three-way Scott in the call real quick and see if he can do the Chargers.
All right.
As far as expectations, though, in the playoffs, I think the Packers win round one as the
A wild card.
probably not win
Wild
the
card.
division, probably be the second or first wild card.
Could be Cowboys Packers again.
Yeah, could be.
Well, because the Cowboys will definitely be a wild card if they get in.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we'll end up playing a team like the Bucks or the Falcons in the first round. So,
You're not scared of the Giants?
no, I'm not. I'm not afraid of the Giants.
No, not you, Dustin.
No,
Well, there was that report, that guy that the professional gambler, like I was telling Dustin, I'm a professional gambler too, shit. But he said that the Cowboys could possibly be fighting for last place in that division because of the Giants pass rush. So
I mean we technically are because we're only going to get the highest we're going to get is third. But
you never know, dude.
the
What
Giants,
if Jaden Daniels gets hurt? I mean,
like I was saying, we'll beat the Giants like 14-7 or like 21-12. The Giants still aren't going to be able to score.
yeah. Did you see if Scott can come in or no? Yeah, I think we win one playoff game this year. The Cowboys, you think they win a playoff game? No.
Depends on who we're playing.
Let's say y'all are playing Detroit at home.
Maybe. I wouldn't think we'd be playing Detroit, but we'd be playing somebody like you or y'all.
Well, like
or,
if Detroit's the number one overall seed and y'all are the last overall seed.
they'd have the bye.
Oh, okay. Well, let's say the Eagles, number one overall seed. 2 seed plays the 7th seed.
Okay.
That's correct, right? Okay.
Yeah. So if we're
I
playing,
don't think either one of them win the division.
if we're playing Detroit in Detroit, I don't think we win that game.
Yeah.
No.
And the Lions have proved they can win playoff games with this team. I know they won. They lost their first one last year, but the year before they did win. So
Yeah.
I need to go through the Chargers schedule real quick for Scotty, but I don't think you're three-weighing him in, are you, Austin? Here, I'll do it.
Yeah, he's here.
Scott's there?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I'm here, bitch.
Oh, there he is.
Like John Jones said, Daniel Cormier, you still here, pussy?
I'm going to spit in your fucking face. All right. We went through the Cowboys. We went through the Packers. I'm sure a lot of fans are going to be wondering why the Chargers. Scott is a die-hard Chargers fan. Justin Herbert is his penny dropper. So, we're going to go through this 2025 schedule, Scott, and you're going to tell me win or loss. Give me a little analyst. I'm sure I'm going to argue with you on some of these, so just be ready for that. All right, you
What
ready?
did I say? I'm sure I got pretty close last year.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
pretty sure we had 11
I'm pretty
wins.
sure you were right on it last year, actually. No, you weren't, because you said they were going to go 13 or 14 wins, and I think they only won
No,
10.
I was only like 2 off then.
Yeah. All right,
right.
so week 1 in Brazil, they're opening the season with the Kansas City Chiefs the day after the week opener in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil, I know that is it Mexico or Brazil that has the high altitude? Is it both of them?
Mexico does.
Mexico? Okay. All right, Brazil against the Chiefs. It is a home game for the Chargers.
So win.
There probably won't be any Chargers fans there.
Okay, well, I'm okay with that answer because Dustin thinks the Eagles could possibly drop week 1 against the Cowboys because it's opening day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a winnable game, so I'm okay with that.
I think the Chiefs are falling off too this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all
You think
expected
so?
them to fall off
Yeah.
every week last year, but they
Never
somehow
did.
didn't.
Kept on freaking winning.
Yeah, a lot of ref help, a lot of that fucking missed field goal by the Chargers in that Monday night game, dude. Golly. All right, week 2 at the Raiders, Monday Night Football.
So win.
All right, are you keeping track of this?
Yeah.
All right, Raiders, new coach, new quarterback, new running back. Yeah, give them a couple years. Week 3 at home against the Broncos. Now I like the Broncos this year. I do like them.
You know what I like? A Chargers win. Right there. Put me down for a win.
All right, 3-0. There we go. 3-0. He's confident, and I hope you're being honest here, right? You're not just gonna be
Yeah.
like 17-0, because Quentin Johnson's
We'll
watching
see.
from up here.
We'll see.
All right, week 4 at the Giants. New look Giants. New quarterback. New defense. What do we got?
You know, it's the Chargers. The thing about the Chargers schedule, we have like the most miles,
Mm-hmm.
so that could be a game maybe we take off. But I'm gonna say a win.
Okay.
You know how many miles?
Well, don't be
It's
ashamed
like
of that
36,000.
because
37,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did that too. Like, there's a game I picked the Packers to lose that's a very winnable game, but because of like, starting off hot or having to drive or
I'm
having
gonna
to
change
fly.
it to a division. I'm waiting for the delayed division games. Those are
The
ones-
first 3 games were division games, Scott.
I know, but the late ones are the ones that they.
All right, week 5 against the Commanders. It is at home against.
Oh, I'm gonna go say we need a loss. I'm gonna say a loss.
All right. Will Jaden Daniels take that sophomore slump?
Shit, according to us, they're gonna beat the Packers, they're gonna beat the Cowboys, and they're gonna beat the Chargers too.
All right, at Dolphins, week 6. Quinn Ewers
Commanders are going
starting
undefeated.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Now we beat them. We beat the Dolphins.
All right. Dolphins they have a man with what's it called? Alzheimer's at quarterback already.
Quinn Ewers might be the starter by that point.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect from the Dolphins this year. I think if the Dolphins do terrible this year, another single-digit win season, I think Mike McDaniel's gone. So, Colts,
Dude,
week 7
dude,
at home against the Colts.
if they don't freaking win a playoff game, he's done
Yeah.
for sure.
Week 7 at the Colts, Scott? No, at home against the Colts.
It's a win.
All right. Week 8 at home against the Minnesota Vikings. The last time the Vikings and Chargers played on a Monday a primetime game, it was when that Asian chick was going crazy in the camera and all that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mary Bell or Mary Bell something.
Yeah. Week 8 Thursday night football against the Vikings at home.
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night. Short week.
Yeah, give them a loss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Week 9 at Tennessee. This is the only team playing of our teams playing the new Cam Ward led Tennessee Titans. All right. Week 10 Steelers at home, possibly against an Aaron Rodgers on Sunday, November 9th.
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, yes. Part of a doubleheader, actually. That's starting early at 5:20.
Well, these are
Rodgers is a quarterback.
These are all Pacific times.
Yeah, it's gonna start at 4:20 then.
If Rodgers is the quarterback, it's ABC win.
Oh, it's 2 hours.
Scott,
Okay.
Yeah, see what I mean? See all those ones say 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, because it's 7:20 Central.
Yeah.
I'm backwards. So Steelers Sunday
all
Night
based
Football.
on-
What do you think?
This is all based on it. Rodgers' quarterback. So
Yeah, it's a win.
All right, Week 11 at the Trevor Lawrence Jaguars.
Y'all got an easy schedule.
Win.
Well, they finished 3rd in their division, but still made the play. I mean, that
Win.
division is good. Bye week, they'll lose the bye week. Then they'll come out of the bye week against the Raiders at home.
Oof. I like splitting.
That's
these
always a
division
close.
games,
That's
but
always a close game too.
That's a win.
Okay. Week 14, Eagles Monday Night Football at home against the Eagles.
We'll go with a loss.
All right. I think that's going to be a good game, actually. Okay. Week 15 at the Chiefs. Do the Chiefs take a step back this year?
We'll go with a loss.
All right. Y'all beat them in
Because-
Brazil to start the season off, but you want to split
That's
that.
why. Yeah, because they're gonna win one of those two.
Yeah.
I know for sure.
All right. And Week 16 at the Cowboys. You got a chance to make
That's a
this
win.
game to go see your boys. Wear your Herbert
I'm
jersey
going.
or your Quentin Johnston jersey we still have hanging up in the studio.
I'm gonna go.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna wait closer to the day of the game, but I'm going.
Are you going to wear the Quentin Johnston jersey?
Maybe,
All right.
maybe not.
I will send you money for beer the whole game if
Quentin
you
Johnston-
wear the Quentin Johnston jersey.
Okay, if Quentin Johnson has like 8 touchdowns by that point, I'll wear it.
Dude, he's a
Or-
touchdown machine, bro. Like don't
Or we'll
challenge
do yards.
Quentin.
We'll do like 800 yards. Because what week is that? That's late
Yeah,
That's week
in the season,
16.
right?
and
Yeah, and this guy, I don't even know if he's at maybe 1,000 yard season.
yeah.
Barely.
Well, he had 800 this year. I think 809 touchdowns.
So we'll go 800. We'll go 800 yards. If he has 800 yards by that game, I'll wear it.
Okay, keep in mind they got Mike Williams there too, so I don't know if that's going to be a setback for him or help him
It
out
should
because
help him.
he's an outside receiver. Quentin Johnston's more of a slot kind of guy, so
I honestly don't think he will.
yeah. Well,
But we'll see.
hometown hero, he's coming back home.
So
Gonna show out.
They beating the Cowboys or losing?
They're beating the Cowboys.
Okay.
Ooh, shots fired there. All right, Texans. It's to be determined. It's week 17. They might flex it. They might not.
But it's at home.
Yeah, at home against the Texans. The team they lost to in the playoffs that actually knocked them out. It was a very good defensive game, very low scoring game.
No, that's a revenge game. We're going to beat them.
Okay. Week 18 at the Broncos, possibly for a playoff spot here. Well, I
No,
don't know.
we're taking
I
it
think you
off.
have them like
Or the
14.
We're
division.
taking it off. We're taking it off.
Okay,
Loss.
so he has them what 13-4,
He has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 and 5.
12-5. Okay. The Chargers over under this year for wins is
11 and a half?
I think it's 8.5.
Ain't no way. No way.
Hold on.
There's no way.
There's
There's no way.
it's
it's
9.5. It's 1.
See? Okay. I would take the over. Easy money.
I can see him
Easy
10
money,
wins.
brother.
Y'all's schedule is
Fatty Pimlet,
light
easy
compared
money.
to the Packers and the
If
Cowboys.
the Chargers play like they did last year with that schedule they have this year, I think they do hit the over on that. I don't think.
And we're going to be better.
I mean, y'all let go of a damn near 1,000-yard rusher.
That's okay. We got the guy, the rookie. He's better.
Everybody questioned that draft pick.
Fresh leg.
They get to play the Raiders twice and the Giants and the
And the
Titans.
Broncos.
All right.
I mean, the Broncos are good. And the Dolphins.
The Dolphins. Those teams are all going to be awful.
But
Yeah.
hey, like you said, Scott, 38,000 miles.
I have
Yeah.
the Chargers going 10-7.
I'll split y'all. I'll go 11.
11-6. Dustin, what do you have them going?
I'd say 11 and 6.
Okay. 10. They were 10-7 last year, I believe. Yeah, because I remember I predicted them to go 9-8, and they won a game more than that. So, but yeah, no, that's all three of our teams make the playoffs this year. Is it?
Damn.
Is it going to happen? Is everybody going to be happy starting the new year next year? To be determined.
Dustin doesn't care if he makes the playoffs.
Expectations, Scott, for the Chargers in the playoffs. What do we got? First round loss?
Super Bowl.
Okay. Are they winning the division or are they
I'm pretty sure we went 11-5 last year. Let me see.
There's no way you win 11 and 5.
Well, I remember they lost that last game. Remember
Unless
we
they
were
count
watching?
the play.
You gotta-
Yeah, unless they counted the playoff game.
I think it was 10-7. Pretty sure it's 10-7 or 11-6.
No, we were 11-6. We were 11-6. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if that wins you the division, but if the Chiefs take a step back, that's not very smart of us to say. We were all thinking that last year too. Like the Chiefs did not look good at all, but somehow we're undefeated through the first
Yeah, we
10,
were
12
11-1
weeks.
team. We were 11-1 team. Don't try to cheat us.
Yeah, no,
Don't try to
we
cheat us.
yeah, so were we. Though.
You're probably thinking of the Packers.
We were 11-win team last year too.
Barely.
Yeah,
What do you mean barely?
we lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. So
Boom.
that's how it went
Everyone
with
knew
us.
they were going to win the Super Bowl.
We got a young team, man. Hey, patience is a virtue. All
Why
right.
didn't you ask Braun if he would take Purdy over Jalen Hurts?
Because I know he would
Oh,
take
yeah.
Jalen Hurts. I tried to keep it even as possible. But what did he say about Herbert? Herbert's all hype. I'll take Herbert over. I'll take Purdy over Herbert.
Potential.
You should have fucking put him in his place, Scott.
Well, I didn't remember that game when the Chargers came back from like 28 on them and freaking beat them.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
didn't want to mention that, but
I didn't tell Braun this, but I think the 49ers are going to be pretty shitty this season.
That's why I asked him. I said, if they have a single win season, don't make the playoffs, like, is Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat? I don't think they'll get rid of him, but I think they'll give him another year if they have a bad season this year. So, because
think-
last year wasn't what they were expecting at all.
if all of their games are close, like pretty like close spreads, I'm just gonna fade them all season
Gotcha.
because I don't think they're that good.
Okay.
Especially if McCaffrey's not back.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey, there's talk he may retire, so.
Didn't they get another running back?
No. Yeah, they did. They picked
Yeah,
up. Did they? Were they the ones
got
that
rid
picked
of,
up Mostert?
Yeah, but he's gone too, I thought.
No.
Jordan Mason dude's gone.
They picked up somebody. I know they picked up a running back. Other news. Did y'all hear Justin Bieber sold his music catalog for $200 million?
No.
Damn, that's it.
For a measly $200 million.
To who?
Apparently he's completely broke. Okay. I don't know how you're one of the biggest pop stars in the world for that long. And he had to sell it, apparently, because he was just completely out of money.
I guess you just went on trial.
Now, I thought about this. Like, when you're the biggest pop star in the world, you have to get private jets. You have to get private suites. So, like, you got to spend a lot of money when you're that famous to keep away from public, those little girls running at him and everything. So, but to sell that song, what was that old song that he had back in the day when he was a kid, Baby?
Yeah.
That had, like, billions of views on fucking YouTube? That song itself probably made close to $200 million.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I don't know how you do that. Like, was that his only choice? Did he need money that bad? Because if he'd have shopped his catalog around, think about it. A lot of these guys who still own their music, they still make money off royalties to this day for movies using it and all that other stuff. Now he does not own it anymore. Now if his music's being used, no, Taylor Swift remastered hers, and now they're all hers. She paid for the studio time and produced it herself. Now they're all hers.
No, but I think her dad sold them, and that's why she had to make them again.
Oh, I thought Scooter Braun owned like
she
a
had
piece
to
of it or
redo.
something like that. That's why she remastered everything.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of crazy. Like, as rich as that dude was, I think they said he made over like close to $1 billion his whole career, and then just sells everything that he's ever put his name on for $200 million. That's fucking insane.
And having marriage issues too.
Yep. And Haley
Damn,
Baldwin
you're-
ain't getting that much money from her daddy. He's not making any movies either. So,
I know he's shooting people.
shooting people. I wanted to say this before we go. A couple guys from Ganado joined the United States military service. Luke Green, Landon Hicks, Ricardo Laza, John Robert Drucker, and Vince Salvatore.
Oh yeah.
All going to the U.S. Army to serve the country, except Richard Lazo, who's going to the Navy. That's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. You win a
Hell
state
yeah.
championship, badass players, still going to serve your country. Good move. Those boys were raised right over there. Congratulations. Wish you
Gonna
guys
be a SEAL team.
a safe future.
They're gonna have the Navy.
But that's all I got. I'm assuming the Nuggets ended up losing.
Yeah.
The ticket's gone, Austin. The ticket is gone,
What did
bro.
I tell you, Dustin?
Oh, I bet on the Nuggets. I mean, I bet on the Thunder. I won that bet.
You did tell me that,
Told
Scott.
you.
But
I
you know what
told
else you
y'all
told
yesterday.
me? You told me to take the Diamondbacks.
Did the
I know,
Diamondbacks
they
win today?
scared. I can't. What can I do about that?
Not tell us to do it.
Dude,
They
he
scored
was
12
he was
runs.
bragging about
They
that to
blew
me
a
before it.
5-run lead.
It's not.
They blew a 5-run lead. What are you gonna do?
All right, who do we got? Maple Leafs or Panthers Game 7 in
And-
Toronto?
Hold on. What did I say? I said take the. Did the Astros win yesterday, Dustin?
Yeah, they won.
Yesterday?
Oh, so they won. Yeah.
No, they lost 5-1.
Oh, they did?
So I told you to
Oh, they
take
won
them to
today.
win today. What happened? They won today.
They won 4-3.
Did they really?
Yeah, they won
Yes,
4-3.
they won.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, that's all I got. I want to keep this kind of short because we're already over an hour and a half with the Braun interview and everything. But thanks, Coach Braun, for joining us. Everybody, I got to play the intro, so I got to let you guys go. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys in a minute. And we will end it with that. I'm taking the Maple Leafs tonight. Maple Leafs got a future on them to win the Stanley Cup. I think they do it, man. You know, it's kind of shitty of me to say this, but like it's been so long since Canada won a Stanley Cup. I kind of want to see it. You know. All the American players are all Canadian anyway on all the American teams, if you think about it. So it'd be great for Canada. Since 1992, we're looking at 33 years. 33 years since the Stanley Cup.
I don't want to see it.
So Edmonton and Toronto still have a chance. Winnipeg's out. Those are the only two teams left. And Toronto could get eliminated tonight, leaving Edmonton the only option there for them. Almost every Canadian team made the playoffs this year except one, I believe. I think it was the... who was the one Canadian team? The Calgary. Calgary is the only team that didn't make it. Yeah, so... Canada better do something about it. It'll be 33 years this year. Or 34 years if they don't win it this year. But that's it. We are out, and we'll see you guys next time.